tough one for the 12 of Ryan Blaney and for the 45 of Tyler Reddick.
But where we need to watch is this 45 car and the 4 car on the outside. A little bit of gap here. Kevin closes in, contact with the 45. That's what also catches the 12.
And then it's on.
Yeah, it didn't take much. It looked like Tyler was having trouble holding on to it, and as soon as that 4 got back to his bumper in the corner, it just unfortunately turned him right into the 12.
Let's listen to Harvick here.
I just got him in the wrong spot of the corner there. I don't know if I actually even touched him, but just came out from underneath him.
And Byron, see if they're able to make quick time of them when they catch him.
Oh,
they're wrecking.
Big wreck.
That's a product of catching those cars. Everybody's on a little bit different.
A pileup in turn 1 with 18 laps to go. Michael McDowell, Ryan Preece, Martin Truex among those involved. Laps to go.
We'll see what happens here when they get to turn 1.
I think them also. You can see the pipes and the 2 car. He was lifting hard, stacks them up behind them. McDowell gets in the back of Preece, turns him around, the rest is history. But I take it back to Gregson. You see that lap car that they were going around. Always movement like that creates them stacking up.
And Ryan Preece has driven to the garage. The Berlin, Connecticut driver had a great 500 going. And you'll see the accordion-like contact here in that upper lane. Just all piles together.
When you see that fireball come out of the pipes, that means they lift. That raw fuel's in the pipes all the way out of the gas, and it just so on and so forth, stacked them all the way up through the field. Comes out, you're done. The race is over. There's a
Suarez around off turn 4. Caution waves.
Just out. Come straight to us here. Right side.
Well, that changes everything.
Sure does. Not at all. Here comes Stenhouse. Big shove by Larson.
And around goes the 3. Crash in turn 3.
That fast. Unbelievable.
And that will decimate roughly half the remaining field.
We always say it, cautions breed cautions.
7th caution flag.
That is not at all what you wanted to see, RC.
Not sure how that started, except that Austin Dillon got turned.
They all got stacked up. He got into the back of Kyle Busch, had him sideways, jacked up. They had to lift.
Christopher Bell drops in, and Dillon may have got a shot from William Byron. Maybe not. Not sure from that angle, but up he went, and down he came.
Dillon got in the back of Busch and had to check up. When he did, it stacked William and everybody up behind him. They turned him. The rest is history. That's just a product of it. It's go time. Green, white, checkered. You knew that was about to happen.
But aside from that, great move by Ricky Stenhouse.
Harrison Burton.
Larson tried to go to the middle. Oh, he got turned.
Larson Pastrana in the fence. We are still
out.
green. No, the caution is out. And we'll wait for official word on whether Ricky Stenhouse or Joey Logano has won the Daytona 500.
Reggie Bell filled that void, gives him a big shot. 5 gets turned around. Look, right there. He's in front of him and wins this great American race. Had the 5 stayed in front of him, the 5's going to be the one when I think back of this race, he's going to be coulda, woulda, shoulda. Oh, so close.
Stenhouse won here in July 2017.
The 10 car back in the back of the 67 car. And you got to do it. I mean, you know Travis doesn't have a lot of experience in these cars, but it's the last lap. You have to go for it.
And that puts us under the second caution of the day at lap 42.
Was running 13th at that time. That thing slid forever.
On those seams,
All right, Keselowski outside of Corey LaJoie and just a little bit of contact.
He got some help. You saw Corey LaJoie get loose and his wheels went right. It tells me he got loose, had to chase the car up the track right in the quarter panel.
Doink. Right there.
Yeah. That's all it takes. That's how uneasy these cars are. You're just barely walking that razor's edge. Lean on it the least little bit. Away she went.
Second caution flag of the day.
You can't get away with.
Caution. AJ Allmendinger. Ooh, into the wall. Hard.
Allmendinger was 16th. He brings out the 4th caution at lap 76. So it's about 50 degrees in those grandstands. What's it like in the race car?
Comfortable.
Really?
Yeah, because you're building body heat. I mean, you're warm inside the car. The heat's radiating up through the floor. It's creating heat inside. Ooh.
That all started with a 47. Like a 47 checked up, stacked them all up. They hit the brakes, accordioned. AJ Allmendinger was in the bad end of the stick on that one.
Wow.
Hard hit. Should 47 clear up right here. Has to check, and then they start stacking up behind him. Blaney into LaJoie, into him, turns him around.
They're all going for the same real estate
That's right.
at the same time.
Corey LaJoie, front straightaway, caution for the 5th
Straighten it out
time.
here, straighten it out.
Good save. Did a good job. I guarantee you that infield grass, if he'd have got down there, he would have been stuck. He did a good job of getting it out.
Yes, he did. I'm actually surprised the caution came out so fast.
Whoa. He had more than a little help. 45 slides up track and collects LaJoie, and it's a quick push to the button, and we're under caution. Busch, here we go. Oh boy, and around goes Ty Dillon.
A bunch of them. Christopher Bell, Blaney, Almirola's around.
Preece is in it. Buscher misses it. So does J.J. Yaley. Kyle Larson.
A lot of damage.
Hard on the brakes. Cody Ware and Austin Dillon.
I think Bell's got the worst damage for sure. Reddick down here stuck in the grass. Almirola's stuck in the grass.
I still can't see the right side. 22 caused that.
Remember the 42 on older tires. Noah Gragson. We'll have to go back and see what happened here, but there are several cars piled up now. They're all stacked up right. Oh boy.
Both lanes too, all over the place. This takes me back to the rule that they've changed this rule. The restart. They've added length to the restart zone. And what does that do, Tony? It gives you a chance as a leader to do a different thing, to differentiate yourself and juke them out, if you will, of when you take off. That stacks the competition up behind you, or it can.
Let's ride with Christopher Bell.
3, 2, 1. Green flag. Checking up, checking up, checking up.
Just a big check up there, and I mean, you hear him saying checking up, but I mean, it literally got checked up.
I don't know who I'm picking to come out ahead on this one. They're all pretty darn good.
Gonna get tight.
Whoa! Oh! Caution, caution.
Logano slides to the grass down the front straightaway as caution waves.
Sure did. He's going to be frustrated with that. He had the run, he has the position, but the hardest thing is to be that 3-wide situation that Keselowski was in. He starts to lose the nose. It comes to a head right there in the end. Logano in the wall.
But as I said, Clint, I don't know who I'm going to pick to come out ahead. They're all awesome drivers. They're all pushing all the way to the edge all the time.
Well,
super
they did.
Competitive.
They push it all the way.
It's another thing to pass the car.
Hey, car in the wall off the floor. Oh my gosh. Caution is out. It's Eric Almirola. Watch this, Larry. Caution's out. I'm leading this race.
It's going to be an overtime finish, Clint.
Oh,
There you see
Almirola.
Almirola just getting loose. And 2 tires is what won this race a year ago for an overtime finish, with about the same amount of laps that we have on our tires right now.
I heard the tire explode. The wheel left the hub. It's rolling around by itself. And hope nobody hits it. We're under caution. And that's not the entire wheel.
That's a good chunk of it.
Yep. So the first caution for cause in this race comes out at lap 139. Almirola trying to rebound from a crash at the end of the race last week when somebody got up in his line, bringing out the yellow flag.
Something broke, gave away. It just took a hard ride, and then all of a sudden that wheel spits out. I'd say whether it came off, got loose, or something. Spin! Harrison Burton.
Front straightaway, caution, a very quick caution as Burton very quickly got righted and drove away, but the yellow flag was already waving.
Well, now there'll be debris, so that's appropriate. The tire's blown.
That one? Harrison Burton up on the top of the screen, spins, gets it sideways all by himself.
Looking back from Alex
Kind of
Bowman.
spins down on the apron, gets it gathered back up.
Not sure if the flat tire caused the spin or the spin caused the flat tire.
I'd
And you
say-
know what? It doesn't matter
Right.
now.
When he locked it down,
Harvick takes the shot up the middle.
There's
Larson,
that
the leader.
45.
Harvick got the door shut on him.
There's Reddick, 45. I said a late caution. He's going to be interesting. Caution's out,
around
caution's
another
out.
caution.
And caution waves.
Harvick didn't get up as much as I thought he was going to. They closed the door on him, but he's still up a few positions where he started. Ty got in a wad. Oh, and here come the rest of them. Noah Allmendinger got together down on the bottom, come up in front of him.
Two separate incidents.
In fact, there was smoke from Gibbs before that. He may have already been in the wall, like there, and then gets it again.
That's all it takes. That
Kyle Busch back in 18th position, right about, oh, trouble.
Bubba Wallace in the wall. Way too early for this. 10 laps in.
Happened midway down the back straightaway. First caution of the day.
It's like he got loose on the outside of Kyle Busch. Don't really know why. The outcome is he's loose and in the wall in the backstretch off of 2.
Wallace was running 19th.
Yeah, all by himself. And early in the race like that, he probably knew before that instant that he was loose and was probably having to guard it. He probably moved to the top side. Now establish that track position. You got to go now.
I want to hear Tim Fidoa. Let's.
Whoa! He got turned by Chastain, and around they go.
Your brake.
Kyle Busch is around.
Josh Berry, Busher into the wall. Josh Berry, a lot of damage on the front of the 9. That's all it took. We were just fixing to say, let's listen in to Tim Fidoa, talking into this blocking situation. The one got hard into his left rear and just turned him around. Harrison Burton, toe link broke in the right rear. Heavy damage for Busher. I'd say his day's done. I don't know that Harvick's got a huge amount of damage to his car, believe it or not.
Well, it spun around 360 degrees and then it got centered up with some side contact, but
well, there
we're
it
in
is.
big trouble here.
It shows me
got a lot of skew in it there.
Toe links broke on the right rear of that one.
Here's the 4.
You okay over there? Yeah, he just got me loose. Yeah, he knocked out of here right when he shouldn't have.
Yeah, the one car kind of tends to do that sometimes.
Pretty aggressive.
Let's have a look. On the inside, first 2 cars on the inside.
Well, look at the gap. First and foremost, closing in on him pretty hard. It wasn't on his left rear, though. Kind of moved across the rear bumper, I will say that.
He did a good. He closed in at such a high rate going into turn 1. It wasn't like he just went in there and drove into the back of the 4 car. He got it woed down, but he was there and trying to give that push, and it just, like you said, he started on the right side, and then as it moved to the left side, that's when the car switched.
I think that's just aggression picking up. And as he did. I think his thought was right. Got on the right rear. I don't think it obviously wasn't intentional. And when he got to him with that head of steam, it got Kevin starting to get sideways, and by the time it was all said and done, now you're on his left rear, Tony, and where you really don't want to be, and look at the disaster.
All right, here's the Advent Health cam and radio in Ross Chastain's car. Ends up in the fence. They were running 1-2. Here's a look at it.
Blew a tire. You heard Larry tell us 45 laps on them tires. Long ways to go. The only ones that stayed out. Blew a right rear tire right in front of the field. Took out Larson.
Here's from the spots on the first lap. Kyle Larson up 3.
That was Allmendinger. Really dove it in. Uh-oh. Keselowski. Caution. Well, here it is. Didn't know if it was going to happen. Sure enough.
And Jimmy Johnson in the pit lane.
Right rear down on him.
Multiple contact between turn 19 and 20. Puts us under caution after lap 1.
And turn 1 still has the excitement of the. That's what
around we go.
It is. They're bouncing off each other.
It was 3 guys, 3 wide, right next to each other, and the car up front got hit, and he wasn't even expecting to get hit. Just isn't going to turn if you're on the brake that hard.
And then back in turn 1, we'll show you what happened to Briscoe. Yeah. Now, Joey Logano is going to get a pass-through penalty because,
one lap under green. Thanks, Jimmy.
7-time champ out of the race early here.
Oh! Bubba hard into the back of Kyle Larson, turns him around really hard.
Larson trying to refire as Wallace pulls away. We are still under green.
Something went wrong.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
Sailed it in there.
That may be that's obviously probably the end of that 23 cars day with Bubba Wallace, but I thought he hit him in the left rear wheel, Kurt. I think that's going to be okay.
Let's ride with
the braking, and then it was gone after that. I've never really seen that.
You heard the tires complaining when the brakes locked up, but car did not slow there.
See the fluid on the back of that car too in the camera.
And Cody Ware with a spin.
Overcorrected.
Kyle Larson in trouble again.
And this is where guys would want to pit because the yellow's most likely going to come out. And maybe a few guys did sneak on to pit road.
And caution is out. I wonder if Larson was trying to get to pit road of the day. Kyle Larson turned by Denny Hamlin.
Denny Hamlin.
Might have got a little help there.
Got spun by the Blaney that was on pit road. And then Ryan gets spun.
Yep.
It was Larson that got into him.
One thing I noticed is the lap time the guys can do on the used tires in the front. The people which didn't come in, they can do the same lap times as the people which put new tires on. So that's quite amazing. I thought the guys on the new tires will.
But the year he's having, that's going to be short-lived. That's
for sure.
Christopher Bell.
All this talk about strategy.
Now you see the blue flag waving. That is an advisory flag. There is something ahead you need to be aware of. You don't have to slow down. You don't have to stay in line. It's just it's an advisory flag.
It was the crew chief for Jeffrey Bodine, and when we saw what they were doing, we had no idea what they were doing. In fact, we wondered, what the hell are they doing? But it worked out. He went to victory lane.
Sure did. Denny Hamlin's going to have a hard time getting to victory lane today. 17th at the time of that spin.
Yeah, that was the same corner. This is turn 8 where everybody kicks up the dust, and if you're offline a little bit, you're out there in the fuzz.
Fuzz got him.
Oh my.
Brad Keselowski.
That's
looking for a safe harbor, and I don't think he's going to get there. Nope. Oh, that changes everything. 12 laps to go. Caution out, lap 56.
I can't believe I'm saying this. Usually I'm dump it all. Reddick already the hands inside. Great restart for Reddick. Look at him crazy. All over the place.
Raikkonen and Preece way outside and one car around Austin Dillon. Well, more than one car around. That is that Chastain?
Chastain as well.
Well, that was ugly.
Chastain's broke left rear.
Allmendinger was involved as well. You'll see that light blue #1 come into view here.
Love this drone footage. You see the baby blue car in far right, and there's going to be about 5 guys to his inside.
4 into the, I think it's a 16 that got into the 3. Then on the outside, Eric Jones gets into Chastain, spins him around.
We'll watch from Ryan Blaney's Ford onboard camera.
What do you do here, Gunther? Hope and pray?
Yeah, that's the only thing you can do in the middle of there. That's the only thing.
Overdrove that corner, looked in the mirror.
Oh, somebody got dumped.
Bell got it back going.
Took a hit, got spun around, and restarts. Oh, and he was
probably just
got into Jordan Taylor right there. Yeah, Reddick's maintaining.
Yes.
Right there at 1 second. Over Kyle Busch, William Byron, Daniel Suarez, and the yellow is out.
I told you, no whammies.
I didn't think you could with Blaney, and that there was debris flying out of the back of that thing all over the place. Have to see what's on the racetrack.
Look.
There's pretty much a yard sale out there.
But he's not the only one with trouble. I think that was it Preece behind him? Yeah.
Yes. Ooh. So Preece ran hard up against somebody.
With that front end damage, likely fluid on the racetrack, I would say.
Yep.
Yeah, that thing's ready for the chop yard.
Not sure who he hit, but it was a ton.
Gonna need a lot of carbon fiber to fix that one.
Kyle Larson gets the free pass. Let's go back to the restart.
I mean, to me, this was a very civilized top 3 rows. And then somebody tries to shoot the middle. A lot of door slamming back there. Blaney gets spun around.
Oh, there's where Preece got turned and hit. And that was the start of the pileup back there.
The issue is the funnel effect because the gravel sneaks up on you on the exit of this corner. Watch the gravel way out there, and the car's got to jump back on.
Preece, the red car, way on the outside, and he's going to be in trouble right here.
Had to do exactly what Kurt was talking about. Had to get back down to stay out of that gravel. Gets turned around.
McDowell sends it on the outside.
Huge dive. They're in the Reddick underneath of him.
Around goes Truex.
He's not clear just yet.
Look at. He was the one that got spun around up there. That's too bad. He had a good day going. Huge dive bombs.
Yep, this corner can have the same thing as turn 1.
Oh, another spinner.
It's Haley. He's able to continue on.
Not many corners left. Well, there goes McDowell.
Another one around.
Yep. Got turned around by Cindric, it looks like.
Kyle Busch trying to hold off Bowman. 3 wide there. Crunch, crunch.
Oh my gosh. What am I
And the caution is out.
For what?
Oh, yellow, full course. So cool everything down.
Probably debris out there again.
All over the racetrack. And we had a couple more cars, including Christopher Bell, spin around. So we'll re-rack and try it again.
Well,
Kimi Räikkönen caught up in it.
Oh no. Suarez was top of the hill. He got door slammed at the top of the hill. Hey, the respect you were talking about, Chase, it gone.
Yeah, it's out the window now, huh? I was thinking Tyler was going to get off the hook, but I don't think. Obviously, it's not over yet. Yeah, hated to see.
This was later in the lap for Ryan Blaney. He's got company on the inside and gets turned.
Cody Ware was.
Several sections were 43, 6s, and 7s.
Oh,
middle,
you saw it. Yes, turn 1. Hard in the wall.
Is out.
Couldn't have seen it any better. It's off the front bumper of the guy we were riding with and listening to.
And J.J. Ailey got the worst end of that one, and we're back under caution for the second time.
Yeah, that was very much on purpose. I don't know why, but it's always fun to see everybody interacting on social media with that. Pretty tough. What do you think, Larry?
Around goes Josh Berry. Right here at the start-finish line.
These cautions are getting interesting, Larry.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
That'll be number 4 for Berry going around.
Takes me back to those guys that took those tires early in this race.
Oops. Ryan Blaney into Berry to bring out the 4th caution of the day. Remember, Blaney was penalized for speeding, trying to fight his way back up through.
You know, as fast as he caught him there.
6 laps to go in Richmond, and trouble for Noah Gragson in turn 2. He smoked the wall, heads down the back straightaway, and caution is out. Lap 3:05.
Loose, got out from underneath him, getting in. Been running very high on the racetrack for quite a while now. Right up against the wall. Got loose in, come out from underneath of him.
Single car incident puts us under caution for the 6th time today. He's got new tires.
And he can play a role in that as well. That's a very good point. These guys are both hoping if he's going to... How about this?
Oh.
What did you just say about a caution?
Turn 2.
Tyler Reddick. Caution is out. How many laps on them tires you said he had? 6. Uh-oh, 30 to go. Some of these boys might not have tires to go the distance. That man right there didn't like to see that.
Not what James Small wanted to see.
You jinxed him this time. I always get guilty of jinxing these guys. Those were your words, Larry. You jinxed them, and here's the caution.
The 3 big winners on this are Josh Berry, Michael McDowell, and Todd Gilliland.
Got loose right underneath Kevin Harvick. Was trying to stay off of him. You could see he was battling a very loose race car. Tried to stay off of him. Had to turn left. Couldn't afford to do so and spun out underneath of him. Kevin did a great job keeping his car underneath of him. And stay on that outside tight.
4 wide for 3rd. Oh, and around he goes. Up and into the wall goes the 24.
Bell got in the back of William Byron. Turns him around. Cautions breed cautions, boys.
Yes, it does. We're probably not done yet either.
You know, much of the narrative this week coming out of Circuit of the Americas was about racing with respect, as preached by fellows like Kevin Harvick and Kyle Busch and even Joey Logano. And then you hear every driver in their media availability yesterday in the media center. Listen to most of them saying, my job is to get the best possible finish for my team and my car. And sometimes that means being aggressive, sometimes overly so, because I've got to get there. Let's take a look at what happened here. Watch the 24 outside,
William
second row.
Second row outside. Bell makes a block to the bottom, moves up as Byron's coming down and gets into him. That was just an adjustment. He tried to make a late block on Chastain, wasn't there, moved up, got into the 24 car and turned him around. That was
the rear tires to get
turn 2. Around goes Bubba Wallace after contact. And one car is up and into the wall. And Joey Logano, who won this race 2 years ago, is into the water barrels that protect the head end of pit road. 4 cars under a blanket, and there was plenty of contact there. Bubba Wallace starts to go around, collecting Logano, Byron, and Gilliland. Caution out. 2nd time tonight.
got one around. Brad Keselowski off of 4. Caution's out.
No other contact. This comes at lap 58. It's the third caution of the night.
We're going to get it back here.
And every one of these began as single car spins.
I'm too tight. I'm too loose. We're going to be all over the place.
Oh, contact. Turn 4.
Big wreck.
I'll caution out. They're wrecking off the 4.
And Denny Hamlin got the worst of it, along with Josh Berry. So this will end the stage.
I don't think any of them got too much damage there, Tony. Man, when I looked up, I heard you say that, looked up, there was cars all over the place. Everybody did a great job of avoiding massive contact. A little bit of damage on the front of 11, Denny Hamlin. Quite a bit there on the right side.
Kyle Larson gets his second stage win of the season and his second on Bristol dirt as this pileup happens in turn 4. After contact. And that will be a caution. Flag, not yet. Now, caution. Lap 81.
Man, he rolled down the racetrack, almost caught Brad Keselowski.
Jonathan Davenport in the 13. Nope, he's around all by himself and avoids contact. He was running 24th.
Larson struggling on that bottom. Oh,
spinner off turn 2. Around goes Michael McDowell and keeps going.
That was impressive. 360, Michael McDowell. Man, the old flag man hurt you there.
Yep, caution waved.
Keep your foot in it. Dance it all around.
Quick caution. Watch this. Watch the 34 right side of your screen in yellow.
Just gets it sheared down a little bit too much, but stays in the gas right there. 360. I told you this guy was wheeling it tonight.
And look at everybody scrambling to get out from underneath of him and miss him. Fantastic job by all.
That second time he spun out, I don't know what to think. There's one in the back straightaway, and it's Ryan Preece. And that will be a caution.
Caution's out. Get rolling here. Get rolling.
I think Larry's exactly right on his call. These guys are definitely, they saw what Reddick and these boys have stayed out in the stage. There's going to be some more doing it in the second stage.
Ryan Preece running 8th. Goes for a twirl on the back straightaway. And caution.
In fact, Brad Keselowski around.
Brad has had a rough night.
That's the third time we've seen him have trouble, unfortunately.
He went a lap down early, got a free pass, got back on the lead lap, but he goes around and brings out his second caution of the night at lap 126. Chastain carrying the driver's eye.
And the dirt racers with the, oh, Larson around.
Wow.
Mark it down.
Caution.
Boy, you know where that takes.
Wrap around here.
My thinking on this, exactly what we were talking about. I've watched Eldora over the years, and when it's good for the truck races, for anybody, it's clean, top to bottom, exactly what you're seeing.
Oh, crash, turn 1, and they crashed 4 times down the straightaway. Larson and Preece, and it's Larson in the wall.
Interesting.
Maybe a payback.
I hope not.
That'll be caution number 11 here at lap 176. And that started, Tony, back in the middle of 3 and 4 and ended up in turn 1. The 11th caution of the night, the 5 and the 41.
Yeah, that one was No different than any of the other ones we've seen. Just kind of a spin, spun right down on to pit road.
29 cars still on the lead lap.
You know, I got 5 or 6
Turn
cars.
2. Harrison Burton goes around, and that will put us under the first caution for cause of the day. Lap 133.
There's 5 or 6 cars on this graph that are all on top of one another, and the 48 in blue is an inch below everybody. Pretty impressive.
I believe that was just a single car spin. Didn't see any contact. It is the second caution of the day. Oop, I didn't see Eric Jones. Oh, the 43 and the 21. They have a history here. Front stretch up against the wall, and look, there's why. Look at the tire against the wall on the front straightaway.
Yeah, it's off of turn 4. It should be a caution. I'm not sure why it's not.
Where'd you say?
Not sure where it's.
I didn't see the tire. Is it in the pits?
No, it's on the wall.
It's up against
there's the
wall.
caution
They
right
finally
there.
saw it. They
it's
couldn't
against the
see it.
wall in turn 4.
Yeah, you cannot see it from. Well, I'm saying I see that. I'm saying if from up here in the grandstands or even in the booth, even if for NASCAR, somebody had to tell them. One of the teams are probably telling them you couldn't see it up against the wall.
Try to get everything you can. Every point counts, and yeah, makes it. You're going to get pushed up around.
Oh, got one in the.
One in the wall. That's the 15, J.J. Yaley. In turn 3, just kind of went straight in.
Yeah, sure. Something had to happen on right front.
That'll be the 5th caution flag of the day at lap 344. Now watch for the blue car. Had the brakes locked up, but
Yeah, he did. I'm wondering if the right front tire was down. Well, no, you can see that it's up. Had him.
that is
That's
Michael
McDowell.
McDowell spinning after we saw what looked like fluid or perhaps dust coming off that car in turn 4. And caution is out.
Right rear's down. I don't.
Go ahead, you pit road.
Or it might just be broke. I bet it broke the toe link when he hit the wall.
Green.
Tire.
Michael
Smoked with the
McDowell.
tire. Don't slide him. Not taking tires.
Whoa! Around goes Briscoe.
Same exact thing.
Right.
Everybody gets by, and
where
we
you're at.
are still green.
Laps today could be the 42's
Oh,
day.
and he turns
And he turned the
Burton.
21.
Burton slides down to the bottom of the racetrack and keeps it down on the apron.
Right in front of the field. Austin Dillon spun around as well. Check. Oh, heavy damage on that car. I think that was Todd Gilliland.
At least 3 cars involved. And Austin Dillon may have gotten the worst of it. Gregson had been drafting Burton for the last 8 or 10 laps and apparently gave him just one shove too many.
I think that toe link's broke right there. Bent at least.
But when we see this replay, we're going to see how good a job Harrison Burton did of saving that car. I mean, that thing had 18 opportunities to be totally backwards, upside down, you name it. And you watch, he does a great job of getting this thing gathered in.
Got a draft, probably one bump too many, a little bit on the right side, right as he's entering that corner, getting into 3, maybe came around on him. Like you said, though, phenomenal job. Now you see everybody checking up back here. You start checking up, the first thing you do is look in that mirror and make sure you're not going to get run. Now Joey's up. Joey says, forget it. Oh, he's turned.
He is turned. Logano in the wall. LaJoy and Stenhouse bring the caution out for the 6th time.
I saw it. He was thinking about it earlier, decided to go for it. Just like that. Gets turned around. Here's Joey, moves up. Sees the run coming. Big run, by the way. As soon as he touches him, man, it didn't take much.
He just needed LaJoy to wait a half a beat longer to get off the transition from the banking down to the backstretch before he made contact there, and they would have been okay.
Looks like Suarez got a little bit of that too, right there. Maybe a lot of it.
Yeah, another 100 feet would totally have changed that scenario right there.
Look at the... Oh, there it is, Chastain.
Push comes to shove, and Gregson's in the wall.
Larson's around.
And Larson up the racetrack in traffic, and he collects Preece.
Hard hit.
Good grief.
Saw that. He got to pushing him hard. Chastain was pushing Noah very hard, but wasn't patient. Was ready to go right off the bat. Turns him around right into the fence, right in front of everybody. Out of the 5 into the 1. That got Noah sideways. Got him up the track a little bit. Chastain saw the window. Wasn't much of a door, and he tried to take it. Wrecked him.
Oh, Larson slid up the racetrack, and Preece coming at full speed.
That's a bummer for Noah. Have that opportunity there. Didn't even get a chance to really make much of it.
Well, just had a little too much movement when he got pushed, and it unfortunately got him into the outside and opened that door. That is a huge hit.
Let's ride with Noah Gragson.
Big push.
Blaney
turns him
around goes Bubba.
Oh, into Keselowski around. Oh, another hard shot. Allmendinger.
Caution waves with Kyle Busch in front. Kyle Busch steals another one, but Kyle put himself into a position to win right here on the bottom.
I don't know if he intentionally put himself there. Well, I don't know if we're going to call it that, but we've always said it in motorsports from day one. Sometimes you got to be lucky, better lucky than good, you know.
His team had a 16-second stop as Keselowski climbs the hill, and around goes Noah Gragson. Caution.
I think the front end's bent too. It looks like the toe's knocked in on the front quite a bit.
Noah Gragson was running 31st when he slapped the wall and spun in the back straightaway.
Close, just might have scraped it.
Well, he'd been into. Oh, turn around. Suarez, Daniel Suarez hard on the wall on the inside. A few more sliding. BJ McLeod, Ty Dillon hard to the inside wall. There's Kyle Busch. I don't think he got in it. He's back there in that mess because of pit road speeding penalty.
Boy, tough break for Daniel Suarez, whose team co-owner Pitbull is on the side of that car this week because he announced that his new album that will drop in July is named Trackhouse. You'll see it on the hood of the car there.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Woo. 408, 2410 behind him. There's another 01, 2468 on Chastain in front of him. You know, he was in a 2380s.
And around he goes! Oh my gosh, caution is out, lap 81, and it's Kyle Larson.
Well, so much for the fastest car on the track. Oh no.
He and Brennan Poole got together. Poole in the 15 this week for Rick Ware Racing. And
Chastain got in the back of him. Slid
up
right
he
up
comes.
in front of him, right in his lap.
And just as Larson slid up the track last week at Talladega in front of Ryan Preece, well, same song, different verse.
Well, it'll be another week of Twitter and putting the pressure on, blaming it on Chastain. Unfortunately, I don't think that was needed right there. You can't get into him getting into the corner, Rusty. Cars are light, and you're for sure going to go around. Chastain moved his entry up.
Oh! Logano's day finally comes to an end the hard way.
Does it look like that right front? Is that right rear or right front down?
I thought the right
He'd been courting right fronts all day, and maybe they made a huge... Nope,
they're both
there you
down.
Go. Yeah.
It's probably sliding, though. We'll have to see which one. But you said it, man.
Progress.
They look like they're both up right there. They had just spun out. Looked like it came out from underneath of me.
I didn't hear a blow. I didn't hear the tire.
Happens, you never know who's going to win this race.
So Denny Hamlin has led 29 laps, and caution, turn 2. Car in the wall.
Cindric, Austin Cindric.
He had gotten the free pass back. He had been a lap down at the end of the stage and got the free pass. And now he brings out the second caution for cause of the day at lap 109.
I think he had a flat.
He was running 19th.
Got into the wall very early, rode it all the way around.
He had a flat before he got there.
Yep.
That's
went down, turned him right into the fence.
That's a weird spot to have a tire go down.
Oh no!
Eric Almirola
around.
And caution is out.
Off of 2, down the backstretch.
Lap 139. He was running 13th.
I mean, that was a good running car. If you're running 13th, it was kind of like a William Byron. Maybe got loose off 2.
Yeah, just had a solid day going. Let's find this replay here and see what happened.
Yeah, when I was teammates with him, he always loved coming here and just chiseling away. Wow. These cars, I tell you that
was fast.
That line of when you're in yaw versus when she snaps around, it's so tight now.
Yeah, you just can't trust it, can you? You can't get away with letting that thing hang out, running this thing. You can be free
speed, right?
Truex was able to get around the outside of, slipped just right around Denny.
And this is times where, like with Truex.
Turn 2, off turn 2, a spinner, and it is Eric Jones. And yellow will wave again.
Whoa. All the. Oh.
Barry come up and got into him.
Yeah. Down. Keep coming.
He had been pushing that pretty hard. I talked about it off of Ford. He squeezed the 20 car, Christopher Bell, pretty hard off of
banking points.
Trouble back straight away. Car spins down to the inside wall and hits at Christopher Bell. Caution.
Huge hit. Did I not tell you these boys are racing hard on these old tires? And we've got
time to go.
Good cars having trouble.
Into this stage, points are on the line. He was second in points, by the way.
Yeah, I'm stuck.
With a good stage in there, would have went to the lead over Action. You see him spinning off of 2, hits the inside wall hard here.
Wow, yeah, there's so much going on. I mean, we might not have footage of when that wreck started because it's 2 wide, 3 wide, passes for the lead. And everyone's
6th caution of the day.
Everyone's got their strategy.
So will this be the stage in? What are we going to do here? Is there some strategy on the line here, Larry?
Sit back and watch.
Race is on. McDowell holding strong on that outside. Loving that. Look at the battle here.
Four
Kyle
wide.
pushing around.
And Kyle
Holy
gets
cow.
turned.
Oh, no, it's going to hit.
It's going to hit
huge.
hard.
Glancing blow. And caution waves.
I would think that'll take us to the end of the stage, too. And I think that will go to Logano.
Is plowing, and he's fallen to 8th place.
It looks like, Gibbs is loose under him. He's going to lose it.
Yeah. He's able to save it. No.
Now he's going to get in the inside wall. Oh, he almost had it saved. No, he's going to get down the wall. Oh! I don't think that one's going to hurt.
That one took forever to finish up.
Man, he almost saved that thing, Kurt.
Nurse it back, buddy. Get it in gear, get it back.
Been doing such a good job.
Burton spins after almost running over Chris Buescher, who just about stopped in the middle of turn 2.
Kept it out of the wall.
Yellow waves for the 9th time.
Well, there went that long green theory. It's a tough track. Turn 2 with the way the wind angle is, but when somebody checks up in front of you, it's how do you abort? How do you really just maneuver around? These cars don't like that quick, abrupt movement.
Yeah, Burton had to lock it down for a car that was suddenly very slow right in front of him, and the car came around on him.
Yep.
Noah Gregson comes pit side after bringing out the race's 10th caution flag, spinning off turn number 2. Looked like he was by himself when that happened. But here's a little earlier between he and Ross Chastain.
That was off of 4.
Yeah, it's a pretty good tire hit, you know, as far as having a cut or something afterwards. Oof.
And then he is off in the distance, sideways and spinning by himself.
I was trying to see, and that right rear looked up, Kurt. I think he just lost.
You know, one thing that's changed a little bit with the tire design since the inception of this car, the tires are coming out with less stack.
Turn 3.
Another one.
Eric
The
Jones,
43.
around back.
That car entered the corner and just went around.
Josh Berry's around too, but I don't think he's hard into the wall.
11th caution flag at lap 216 for Eric Jones.
Larry, have you ever seen this much havoc on a 1.5-mile track?
No, I've never.
He's close enough, Carl.
Yes, he is. Both of them.
Look at that. That's exactly. Oh!
And around goes Truex.
Not that much pressure. Still. Can he keep it going? He's going to spin around. Oh my gosh.
Caution waves to end the stage.
We'll watch the replay. I don't think anyone hit anything too hard, but man, that's terrible.
So Chastain gets the stage win.
He hit the wall pretty hard. That one car hit the wall pretty hard. Race is on off of 2.
Oh, we got one straight away. They're piled up. It's the big one on the backstretch.
Saw Eric Jones around sideways, a bunch of them. Cindric, McDowell, Austin Dillon, Ryan Newman around. Suarez, man. Hits keep coming for him.
Only the 4th caution of the day.
Heavy damage for Austin Dillon there with the left front, probably end of their day.
Ryan Newman involved in it. Daniel Suarez. Somebody's lost the wheel.
That could be trouble.
That could be the reason. I'd say that's the reason for the caution.
All right, Jones on pit road already. And now Michael McDowell down pit road.
That car doesn't have a right rear tire on it. That was the car that I saw sideways. No right rear tire. That's exactly what happened. Wheel fell off. Some vacations going on there.
So watch the Petty blue car.
There he goes. You see it come off right there. He's sideways. See the wheel fall down on the right rear. Collected them all. You're going to see it roll off.
And we'll watch it from the Ford camera on board Chase Briscoe.
You just kind of, for whatever reason, gave it up, you know, and then, you know, but everybody's got their reason.
Spinner down on the apron, turn 3. It was one of those UPS cars. It was Stenhouse.
Oh, Stenhouse, such a good day.
That'll put us
the
on
left rear down, left rear flat.
5th caution of the day.
Well, it's Darlington starting to eat him up.
Now, he was already on the apron. May have been trying to get to pit road.
I'd say he was trying to nurse this left rear. You see, just like you said, way down off the racetrack, finally spun. Got a caution here. Changes things, Larry.
Yes, sir, but we will be coming because now we...
All he can say is there's 2. Got to spin off of 4. Somebody's around backwards. Ryan Newman.
Oh, Newman, who was 3 laps down in about 27th in his return to NASCAR to drive 5 races this year for Rick Ware, has just brought out the 6th caution flag of the race with 18 laps to go.
Well, Larry,
you're pretty close on the trends.
You're going to have to hold on to the trends one more week.
3 laps. I missed it about 3 laps.
Was a pretty good jump for the outside there, the second place car. Oh, wreck!
Truex.
In the wall, turns Truex.
In the wall.
A bunch of them here. This is the big one. Almirola's around.
Wow.
Logano.
And Truex got the worst of it.
I think Larson was in the lead there.
As they started into the corner, there was a little bit of contact between he and Ross. I mean,
Truex is stuck, can't go, left rear tire down.
Clearly Larson was trying to keep Chastain up as high as possible. Might have been, yep, a little contact right there.
Follow along with Truex, stay on him.
Truex slides up into Logano, and there it goes.
Just a little bit of squeeze. Look at the two in the lead, though. They're both in the wall. Don't forget that. 5 gave it to him. That's exactly what I was talking about. Run him up. They both were in the fence.
It might be easier to count the cars that were not involved on this restart with 13 lucky laps.
Larson, not much help underneath them. The race is on for the lead right here, 1 and 2.
Oh, Chase does not get into turn 1 well at all.
Oh, he turned
and they're in the
wall.
fence.
Hang on.
Same thing. Went to run him up the racetrack.
Still pushing you.
Turned him, William Byron, to the lead. Still pushing him.
All right, those of you scoring at home, how many saw that coming?
I did.
All of us.
Both cars out of the race.
And this happy couple gets to go home together. Neither getting what they wanted.
I want to go, she says.
She just said, I want to go home.
Man, that's unfortunate. About the help there. Then you get into the corner. The 5 tried to turn down knowing that the 1 was coming up the racetrack. You knew what the play he was going to do. Got into one another. Wrecked.
Wow.
Took
Andy
each other
Mitchell.
out.
Andy Mitchell, great camera work.
Wow. Children. Put them in a sandbox together and they can't play.
I can tell you. Look, Kevin Harvick. How about Harrison Burton? Good run for him. Good opportunity. Justin Haley in 4th. Kevin Harvick in 2nd. You believe this?
You see him get loose there in turn 2, and once it started, it never stopped. Couldn't catch it.
From Joey Logano's view.
Low down the back.
7-time champion Jimmy Johnson goes around at Charlotte.
On tires, not much separation between these sets of tires here. So I think these top 5 will hold on pretty strong.
Oh, whoa, trouble.
Jimmy
Around
Johnson.
goes Jimmy Johnson. And caution waves. So that'll be the 5th caution at lap 164. So let's see who Jimmy gets together with here.
His teammate, Noah Gragson, right there on the outside. Trying to get to his outside. Jimmy came up. They get into one another. I don't think Jimmy knew he was there.
That camp has had a rough day today.
Absolutely. Johnson down 49, Gregson 55, and Eric Jones back on track, but 59 laps down. Then the cars they're racing.
Oh,
trouble!
Kyle Busch.
Around, Kyle Busch gets tagged.
Gets
by
into
Suarez.
He got into Keselowski on that outside. Washed up right at the last minute. I was just fixing to say that group of cars right there were really getting after it. Kyle Busch is around backwards. Unbelievable. Still going backwards, Tony.
Kyle was 7th at the time, and in a pretty tight pack of cars there.
What is he doing?
It might.
What he's doing, he's doing a great job at it, but why is he doing it?
Get caught up.
Got to spin around and get caught up. You're going to need to get caught up to go a lap down.
Find a flat spot so you don't.
Well, these tires are all up, so I
there he goes.
Wow.
So he wants to try to stay on the lead lap here, get to pit road. Now here's a look at it. It's going to be behind these cars.
Second got loose, starts chasing it up the racetrack, gets in the side of Keselowski. Make note, Keselowski hit that outside wall pretty hard as well. Chase Elliott. Hard impact for Denny Hamlin.
That was a savage crash right at the start-finish line. 7th caution flag. Lap 186. And the window net is
600
left of your screen.
The inside of Chase gets loose. You see him lift out of the gas. The flames crowded Chase, got into him. They saw some retaliation there.
Or did Keselowski get into the left rear corner of Elliott there?
I saw Elliott. You see Elliott lose his nose and lift out of the gas. Flames come out of the pipes. Chase it up, squeeze Chase into the wall, and I think the rest is self-explanatory.
Well,
you never know. No, as hard as he hit, you know, you start bending them toe links and things like that, could throw these cars around. Spin on the front stretch. We got a caution. BJ McLeod's wrecked.
Stopped in the front straightaway and will finish the stage under caution. Chris Buescher will get his first stage win since 2021. Bell still 3.8 seconds off the lead.
Oh,
no!
Now.
Bell spins without contact, and we're under caution. Can you believe the way this day has gone?
No.
If I didn't watch this race from a year ago, no, I would say no. But this is exactly the way that race happened a year ago.
Just gets out from underneath him.
So he was 5th. Goes for a long slide through the Roval chicane.
Go ahead and bring him in.
The first one's going to be the one that needs it. Caution is out. Forget that conversation. Michael McDowell. Looks like the right front's down.
Debris in turn 2 puts us under caution.
He had just pitted. It ain't down. It's gone.
We can call it debris. The other name for it is wheel. Maybe the nut was solid to the wheel, but the wheel wasn't flush to the hub. There are a lot of different things that can happen here. And one of them did to Michael McDowell.
It was literally came down to whoever beat who off of pit road was going to win the race, and exactly.
Oh, trouble!
It is.
Reddick slammed coming off turn number 4 hard by Harvick, who slides into the turf and straightens it out.
I guess. 2.
Reddick and Harvick collide coming off turn number 4 for the 13th caution of the day at lap 359.
Oh, the front of Harvick takes off to the right. The 4 definitely just ran up into the 45. Not intentionally, obviously, but we've seen that today where in that same area, guys on the top have been loose and the guys on the bottom have been really tight.
Well, I think Mike said it best. You know, it's been days where this track's just not wide enough, and that is definitely a crunch zone. You run out of real estate when you're on the bottom. We've talked about it with Chase Elliott and Denny Hamlin. Oh, they're round. I think that's Allmendinger. Got loose underneath. Yeah, it is. Got loose underneath Logano.
Harrison Burton and A.J. Allmendinger bring out the 14th caution. See if Ricky Stenhouse gets in the back of Allmendinger here.
Yes.
Well, on the 3rd try.
Yeah, bump, bump, bump. I'm looking to see if they're going to get.
Really did a good job rolling the bottom there.
4 wide. Look at that. Preece on the bottom. Stenhouse. A push from Gibbs. Oh, and Cindric is around and caution wave.
Oh, look out.
Brake, hold the brake. Couple more.
Cautions breed cautions.
Well, and everybody knows they've got it. This is the point of the race where you can't give an inch. You've got to get everything you can get on these restarts.
One of the things I see these guys trying to sort it out. if Truex is ahead of Larson. Look back here, you see Cindric get sideways. It's going to hit this inside wall hard with the nose.
Well, he came
Look
right,
at that thing give and flex.
He came right across the front of Harrison Burton's car without touching it.
Noted his help behind him, Truex. It's not going to quite get clear here. Oh, Larson's around in front of the field. This is going to be big.
Hold the brake.
Big pile of Logano, Gibbs, and more.
Such a good run for Ty Gibbs. Who was in front here with the lead? I see Blaney in front of Byron, but I don't. It's going to be interesting.
We'll have to go back to the last scoring.
Aside from Larson, the biggest heartbreaker in that transaction was Ty Gibbs. That kid, I want to give him props today. That kid has drove an incredible race, super smart, very patient, didn't put himself in bad positions, and this was one he just couldn't get away from, unfortunately. But that kid did an amazing job all day today.
Yeah, I mean, you nailed it. He's been solid. He's done that all year, Tony. He's been solid each and every week, doing everything he is, logging the laps, learning, getting the experience, getting the respect of the other drivers. Hasn't been in any dust. Like you said, Mikey, that
Trouble.
inside line only lasts if it's good on the. If you come off at 2, not in the lead, you're in trouble.
Back of the pack, Corey LaJoie has lost touch and around goes the 45 of Tyler Reddick.
Get it rolling. Let us know what you got.
Not much damage that I see.
He was 11th going into turn 1. Something wrong with LaJoie, who dropped to the back of the pack before he got to turn number 1 and is now caught up to the field under caution.
Right there up on the right hand of the screen. Looks like, I think that's Keselowski was trying to get underneath him. Stenhouse Jr. tried to get off him, tried to stay off of him. Mikey spun himself around. No harm, no foul, though. I don't see a lot of damage. Chastain looking to his inside, 2 tires. Oh, he spun him out. I told you, look.
Round he goes. Michael McDowell.
That's him. That was your 2-tire guy. Had Chastain right on the inside of him. Round he goes.
He was in 6th place.
And he can't be too happy about getting punted. You remember what happened on pit road when he took those 2 tires? He pulls right out in front. Watch Joey Logano has to just get on the brakes.
Actually lock the brakes up.
Yeah.
This was Logano's reaction on pit road to what happened there. Yep.
What the heck?
So then you see the gap on the restart, spun his tires a little bit. Chastain was waiting until he got past the start-finish line, goes to the bottom, get off in the corner. Chastain got on the rumble strips just a little bit. I think McDowell kind of squeezed him. That's just a product of being a sitting duck on 2 tires. Didn't get the jump off the restart, protecting, getting on the inside, and gets taken out.
Well, now still, was that contact avoidable?
It was avoidable, but I think.
Break right now, see if we can get back out to the racetrack afterwards. This is why we are under caution right now. Carson Hocevar filling in for Corey LaJoie, who's filling in for Chase Elliott, hits the wall. We'll be right back and try to get you back out to St. Louis.
Fortunate circumstance, but a good heads-up play. Regan, what do you got?
Well, Clint, about a half a lap before that happened, Carson came over the radio, said my brake pedal is going soft, so he had a hint that was coming. Unfortunately, ended a great day for him. The 14 car of Chase Briscoe, also a hole in the radiator.
Soreness.
All right, thanks for the update. Kyle Larson has broken into the top 10, trying to gain a couple more spots.
Somebody's in the wall again. It's Reddick. I saw it right in front of those guys. Saw the smoke. I think it's the exact same situation. Now, he was a 2-tire guy here, but I think you're looking at the same exact thing, running 7th, just like Carson Hocevar. I saw the smoke in those guys' screen there, and man, sure enough, Reddick.
Now this caution is a break for William Byron. On the team radio, they had.
Noah Gregson hard into the wall. Turn 1, extremely hard into the wall with the right side.
Boy, that has been calamity corner today. And Gregson becomes
the left
the
side
third victim. Wow. A hit at both ends and the whole left side. Net right away. That's the signal to them that that he's okay.
Now the left rear tire was blown out.
Yeah, he just spun around, spun down to the low side, hard into the wall with the driver's side of the race car. If you saw the left tire down, the way that car turned and spun out way early into the corner like that.
See all the rubber off the left rear? I don't know that there's I don't know that that's it, but they're definitely flat left rear.
Well, it's more than flat. The axle, it looks like the axle shaft run off the corner to cement that lead.
Yeah, they've taken the outside on every. Oh, got a spin. We're going to have a caution.
Christopher Bell's around.
And that's caution flag number 8.
And if you got 4 tires just then, that's what you wanted to hear. Grab a couple of spots early, get a caution.
Cars on 4 tires.
Bell was running in 11th place.
Oh, loose on the bottom was Cindric, and he got into Bell, and around Bell went.
Got loose once, caught it, got loose twice, and bounced off of him hard enough it turned him around. That was ahead of that 4-tire conversation, but just desperation setting in, right? There it is. Austin Dillon into, Ricky Stenhouse Jr.'s in the wall.
And the caution waves for the 10th time today.
Intensity, dive bombs. That's all a part of the end of these races.
And no surprise, that racing from mid-pack on back was so intense. Look at the 3 wide top of your screen and follow that down to turn 1.
See Austin Dillon on your inside.
Does he get
clipped? Right's reared. He got clipped to the right rear.
Cindric
turned him right up into Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Desperation setting in. 3 wide. You're seeing it all over the place, all the way through the pack.
And you said it. Darn for Ricky. I mean,
yeah.
Another great run for him, and
they were over. They were all battling for 12th place.
Still pretty evenly spread out all the way through the top 5. Oh, Bubba Wallace in a wall. Turns 1 and 2. Can this possibly be another brake rotor issue?
Wallace was 11th. He was in that battle right behind Byron there at the moment, and this will be the 11th caution flag.
Happens here. It looks like the same thing, guys. See it start wobbling. See the brake rotor pieces and parts flying across the racetrack. Same exact thing. He learned his lesson. He watched all of those replays. Turn that wheel.
As a clubhouse, it works pretty well.
Wow, come to the racetrack ready to win.
We need
heat tolerance.
We need to get.
Whoa, got one around. Austin Dillon.
And this is at turn 11 at the exit.
See if he can get it fired up here.
Yeah, I think they'll give him a second. He's out of the way.
He's running 17th.
He's at the
there he goes. He got it fired up.
At the entrance to Gilligan's Island there, the alternate pit road they used.
How did he end up there, Mike? Like that's a really weird place to.
I'm gonna get you a replay here soon. It's coming.
You come around turn 11, you get hot on the gas, and the car rotates right, spins all the way around.
Or you just do that.
Yeah.
Here it goes.
Or
you get some help off the front bumper.
Well, that can happen too.
Ty Gibbs.
Oh, we should have stayed on Ty Gibbs for one more lap.
I want to see the entrance of 11 if we get a chance. I don't know if you'll be able to see that shot, but I think there's some Paul Harvey going on there. There's the rest of the story.
Oh, to carry through the rest of the season.
Whoa, a storyline. I can't say it. Denny Hamlin spun out on the front stretch.
Bad,
yes, it is. Unbelievable. I didn't see what happened. I looked up. I was talking to you, Mike, over your shoulder. Denny Hamlin's backwards.
Just spun right at start finish.
Yeah, but you see the toe links broke on the back of that car.
I don't know about everybody at home, Clint, but you just gave me a heart attack.
Man, I'll tell you what. I couldn't believe it.
Definitely bent the right rear. Right front.
I had Mike crying up here about going off the air, and I
Hamlin was 10th.
Hamlin crying on the front stretch. Let's see what happens. See, he's already up against it. That kind of takes me back to turn 11. See the skin on the tires? I think he may hit those tires off of 11 maybe.
Or he could have had contact maybe on the exit of 4.
We're going to see. Yeah. There's going to be more to this story.
Coming off turn 12, he got up into the wall.
The flat tire getting down into that.
Oh, Almirola.
Top of the hill in 7.
Gets going again. And Kyle Busch is within a car length. All time side by side. Well, it's not. Eric Jones around.
Top of the hill, 3A.
Fires it up.
Yeah, and that's a blind corner for all of those cars behind him.
Very dangerous corner. Nobody can see. That was lucky, unscathed.
And he may coast off the track here. We'll see.
Yeah, he's just trying to get it restarted right here. When he spun out, the engines died. And
I'm going to tell you, he made the right decision. If he would have kept going around there, we would have probably been under caution, and who knows what's going to happen. Speaking of caution, another one in 7.
And that's one of those situations, guys, where you stay out, right? You're not on as good of tires. You're doing everything you can to hold those guys up. They get tired of it. It gets down to the end of the race. There's no give. It's all take.
He was running 6, Blaney. Oh, Allmendinger slides in there. McDowell
I think Allmendinger was going to wreck if he didn't get out of the way right there. And you see a little
He tried to
accordion
cross
effect.
back over behind Allmendinger, and McDowell got in the back of him.
35 running with 6 laps to go, and only 3 cars not on the lead lap. And Ryan's rough day continues.
He's ready for the
from
off weekend.
6 to 22nd. Now we're even worse than that.
Well, when you spin out like that, your tires get hot. Then you have even less grip. And you see right here,
again.
Chase Briscoe turns him around right here in turn 2.
I'm on fire right now.
Chase might have had a little help from Daniel Suarez,
maybe
too.
so.
But I'm going to.
Oh, we got a spin back there. Tyler Reddick's around. Tires off. He's lost a wheel.
So the caution.
And he had just pitted, guys. Just came off pit road for Tyler Reddick.
Yeah, caution came out. He has blocked pit road. You see him rolling now without that right rear tire. Wheel completely off. Zone. Again, race leader Martin Truex Jr. First into the gas. Contact! The 6 falling back quickly.
Big crash back here.
Here comes Blaney around. Kyle Busch going in. Will they miss the wall? A close call there. Blaney may have gotten into he did hard into the inside wall.
Heavy damage to the front of that car. Man. That must have been a pretty hard impact. We don't see these cars suffer that much damage. Everything here. Kyle Busch gets in the back of the 12 and turns him around. Yeah, I mean, he just couldn't steer the car away from the direction it was going. I don't think there's anything Blaney could have done to change where this car was headed.
Yeah, that all started way ahead of him, and right there, that is such a massive hit.
Christopher Bell in the 20. He'll slide off the corner for a while, and that will open the line for Shane Van Gissenberg. And right now in 7.
Yeah, we see Eric Almirola. He's turned around coming out of turn number 5. We'll see if he can get it going the right direction here.
Well, and we're winding them up here in 6. You got Eric Jones involved, Brad Keselowski's involved, Noah Gregson's into the tire pack. Gregson's going to back it up, but Eric Jones and Brad Keselowski are wedged together now in 6. Here's Brad. He'll back it up, waiting for Eric Jones to do the same. And as they came to grief in 6, now they will part peaceably and resume their driving activities.
And that concrete, we've heard SVJ say that they could be a little slicker on that surface. And Eric Almirola learned it. Here's the pileup in turn 6.
Yeah, it really starts with the 42 of Eric Jones in the 43, just in way too deep. Nowhere for the 6 to go, nowhere for the 42, which is the teammate to that black 43 car in the bottom of the screen. Luckily, Denny Hamlin, the pole sitter, contact with the barrier.
Denny Hamlin, that is turn 2, right as you get ready to come down Lakeshore Drive, and Denny Hamlin got a little bit too hot into 2.
All by himself, that purple 11 just gets in the corner, loses grip, and slides into the tire barrier. I don't believe there's any damage. That tire barrier did a really nice job.
Kyle Busch hard into the tire barrier. Oh, he tried to slow down, and he just impales that Chevrolet into the tire barrier. Hard contact for Kyle. He's trying to back the car up to get out of the tire pack, but he has wedged that Chevrolet Camaro underneath of the tire pack, and that's the first time we have seen that all weekend long.
Out of the tire barrier. After that, I should be good. Kyle Busch, you see him just sliding. He was very nervous about the wet conditions, and that nervousness proving itself as he gets into the tire barrier.
And after qualifying, Trouble, turn 6, Noah Gragson is in the tire barrier. He's nailed it, and he's doing the burnout, trying to get out of it, and he can't. He is stuck, leaving turn number 6. Well, he's creating quite a smoke show at the same time. He just killed the engine. He's going to need help to get out of this tire pack.
He's another one that probably will want to continue.
Let's take a look exactly what happened. Really much like Kyle Busch. He got a little bit further around the corner and going a little bit slower pace, but got wedged up underneath the tire barrier. And then, as Mike Bagley really pointed out, put a bit of a smoke show trying to back that. See the big impact in, and then you see the barrier, kind of that sheathing come loose. It's far enough offline. I don't think it will cause a yellow.
And then the 15.
Guys, Jensen Button is around coming to pit road. Jensen Button now tries to get it right, and he almost hits Joey Logano. So Button was coming to pit road, and he got tagged from behind.
At the same time, Stenhouse missed turn 11. I'm sorry, turn 12, turn 11. He had to run.
Exactly happened to Button. He's kind of a little high. Oh, there's contact. We talked about how difficult it was going to be to get onto pit road. You wonder if the car behind the 15, I couldn't make out the car number, even knew he was pitting, and then Joey Logano comes around the corner and sees a car sitting broad.
Make a minimum speed around here, so obviously that would have been a little more challenging because of the wet weather conditions.
Yeah, but they got there. Oh no, the 9 of Chase Elliott.
Also into the tire barriers.
And he's able to get off. You see the yellow Goodyear tires.
In turn 2.
This is in turn 2. I'm trying to look at the monitor to see when he was last on pit road.
If you can manage it, we saw Chase Elliott.
Trouble, turn 6, Noah Gragson's into the tire barrier again, and he's stuck again. He's trying to back it up. He can't do it. He's wedged into the tire pack in turn number 6, as everybody will race by to his inside.
Cool, is that why you do it as a kid? Well, these kids have found a little bit of wet weather conditions on the track, Noah Gragson included.
Crash down here in turn 11, Bowman around, he made contact, he's up against the wall, trying to let traffic go by. There's a little opening right here, he's trying to go in it, he's not going to be able to get turned around. I hope all the spotters are letting him know he's here. Now he's going to have to wait, there's another small opening coming. Let's see if he sits there, he just needs to sit. Almost the end of the line, there's still 4 or 5 more cars yet to go.
He was 11, and did they change from a blue to a yellow flag? It looks like they did. They've gone to caution. Caution.
Yeah, you see contact right here. And he was just, both of them looked like their cars were moving around a lot. He and the 11 car got together. It almost looked like they both were in the corner too deep. Contact, around he went. An easy pass, Byron in the wall. Byron missed the corner. Harvick around. They're going to stack up. It's too narrow. There's nowhere for everybody to go. You got to go right. They are all but stopped. There are 7 cars sitting here with nowhere to go. They're trying to back up. It is a log jam.
It's a traffic jam.
Nowhere to go right here.
Traffic jam on Jackson Street, or Jackson Drive. And so they knew this was going to happen. You hear the fans yelling, but that was just a situation where one car got sideways and then another one was so close he couldn't get by. But that means another caution lap and another.
There it is right there. William just missed the corner. Again, these wet conditions got out of the groove, and then it just snowballed from there. If you were able to get in this right lane and get by this, that was a lucky break. Here it is right here. See, William just missed the corner. Just pushing hard. Wet conditions out of the groove, and Harvick spun around in front of him, and that's what started this logjam.
Did we see Corey LaJoie get into the back of the 4 there also to maybe help him get around?
We did. Yeah, we did. But I mean, listen. Through turn 5.
And now they will swing wide and set up for the entrance to turn 6. That's the left-hander back onto Balbo. Single file as one car spins around. It's Martin Truex Jr. exiting turn number 4, facing the wrong way. Basically facing southbound on the northbound lane. He'll right that car, spin that Toyota around, and then hoping that left front. Oh, and Noah Gragson sends it into 6. Matter of fact, it got locked up, backs it in, spins the car around, tries to right the car. Several drivers coming to grief here in the last handful of laps.
To the 38, and then the 42. Just misjudges, the best I could tell. Misjudges it. He loses control, obviously, but speed seems to be much higher than the cars around him.
Backs it into the tire.
And as the car's peeled off, he just way too much speed. There's no other way to put it. You see the contact to the tire barrier. He's able to keep going. You see him.
Treble turn 6, Tyler Reddick is buried into the tire wall. In turn number 6, Tyler Reddick took a wider line coming in, and this portion of the track that he's stuck in is still wet. He's on slicks. He's trying to get traction, and he can't because the pavement's wet. He has buried that Monster Energy Toyota Camry into the safer barrier right here at the end of Columbus Drive.
Caution out of the tire barriers. We're going to reset once again and have another reset and restart from the streets of Chicago. Tough break there for Reddick. Half a car length. We'll see how much pressure he puts on the back of Haley. Oh, he hit the wall. He hit the inside wall and sent him into the tire barriers. We'll see how much damage that has done. It's torn the left front off of Dylan's car. You see the toe link has been bent.
Yeah, this is going to be the end of the day for the 3 car. There's no way he can continue with that much damage on the left front. It all started with contact on the inside of the corner, forcing the 3 straight. He was putting such pressure on the leader. In the end, a mistake for the 3, Rick.
Take another look at it. He bounces off that inside wall right into the tire barrier and hard contact with the left front. He was just pushing so hard, but right there he clips the wall and into the tire barriers.
And Rick, he can't turn it into turn 1. He just nosed it into the turn 1 barrier. The car won't turn, and now he's blocking turn 1. He's trying to back it up. He's done it a couple of times. And as we see right there with that contact at the other end of the straightaway, now he's just trying to back it up onto pit road and just trying to get out of harm's way.
Yeah, you see the 19 takes the left-hander just too fast, goes by Balicki all the way up and catches the quarter panel of the 4, and then joining them was the 21 of Harrison Burton. Just look at the speed in here.
See the glowing rotors too, and the 19, the front rotors were glowing orange.
And then you see right there, brake lock up for the 21, the same thing, into the...
On the hill under braking. We got a caution on the racetrack. We're going to have to go back and see where they were lined up before that caution came up.
Just as quickly as the pass was about to happen for the lead, Martin Truex Jr. on the 19 into the tire barriers hard. And so he's stuck in there with under...
The 19, oh, look how bright red the rotors are. Braking issue, loses control in turn 1.
Wallace into Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and into the tire pack Stenhouse goes. Bubba came in way too hot, clipped Stenhouse, and Stenhouse has buried that Chevy into the tire pack. That's off the end of the front straightaway.
And it looks as though he's stuck. Sure enough, the caution comes out. And the driver did not get the white flag that's out front. That is the only way that the race could be over if a caution comes. And here in Chicago, and those of you watching, look at this. As Bubba in the 23 slid into the 47. The 47 gets locked underneath the tire barriers in turn 1.
Yeah, Bubba just completely out of line. Driver's left. I don't know if the track was still damp or if he was just out of control, but you see him coming in with a head of speed, already spinning out. Ricky Stenhouse probably has no idea what happened. KO'd.
can't roll.
Yeah, so you see center of the lane, just a big wiggle. He was on the outside of the 19. You see the big wiggle. Great save. Great wreck avoidance by the 11 of Hamlin, the 38 of Todd Gilliland, and then the 21 just has no choice but to lock it down. Fortunately, pretty light contact to the inside wall, but watch right there. You see that wiggle? That could have been a very big accident into the outside wall. A great job by Harrison, and fortunate.
Trying to fit their car in an opening that is barely wide enough to let them go in, and the caution has come out as the 24 slides sideways.
Remember, this is one of those cars that had a penalty the last time he was down pit road, got cycled to the back, trying to work his way back up through traffic. You talked about mistakes, Rick.
One down, the right rear's down.
Oh, he's trying to keep it moving with the flat right rear tire. You know, mistakes. Look, they're drivers.
Well, he's already around, but we heard on the radio, we heard him say, I think I just got hooked right there. See what happens right here. LaJoie underneath him.
Still clear.
Grant Corey just comes across the racetrack right into his left rear.
Keep coming here. Trying to get a kill.
Spins him out. I don't know how you see that in. Back! I believe it's 5. Larson's around in front of the field.
Still sliding, but not a lot of contact. Looks like the 14 of Briscoe avoiding. He got turned around as well.
62, Austin Hill. Both those cars were kind of stuck
on these types of tracks. Take another look at what happened.
There's the 5 and the 43, Eric Jones. So the 5 is loose now. He just gets loose, and it's before Eric ever touched him, he got sideways. It's slick out there. You know, there's moments where you have a lot of grip and you build confidence. And then you find yourself in a situation like that. Even some of the best drivers in the world can't escape from. This track is something else.
He was running 14th. Great job. Almost everyone avoiding him. Sideways, as you mentioned, in front of the pack.
Seen him get. Oh, we got a big crash.
LaJoie goes around. In front of the pack, how many will get collected? The 19's able to avoid. Chastain looking like he may have had a piece of it.
Yeah, he's got some right front damage.
This has been where the chaos has been for the last 15 laps. I'm surprised we haven't seen this wreck before. Big damage on the 55.
The 43, Eric Jones into the left rear of the 7. He chased it up the track into the door. Reddick. 21, or the 1 car, I'm sorry, jumps the left side of the 54. That's pretty hard contact. They're going to help Brad. That's going to hurt his teammate. Contacts!
11's going to go around. He got tagged by the 48. They both get collected, slide into the infield, and the caution comes out.
Right there if you can. Drive straight.
They were 3 wide. The 48 slid up the racetrack, caught the back of the 11, and around he went.
Running in 7th and 8th.
2, take another look.
48 gets loose right here. Looks like, yep, loose. Up the track he goes. How does he get contact here? Yeah, just 11 down the track, and he just has to lock it up.
I've been watching Alex Bowman. He's had his hands full. I've seen him multiple times have to be all the way out of the gas off of turn 2. People stacking up behind him.
The 34.
Oh, we got a spin.
They're spinning back in 5th and 6th. Ryan Preece is around. Wallace also caught up in this.
All right.
Caution has come out.
Now the cars that are short on fuel are in full save mode, hoping that they're going to get some drops on the racetrack.
Steve, it's an impossible.
Right side of the screen, the 41 lifting for the 12, gets tagged by the 47 of Stenhouse down the racetrack into the right front of Bubba Wallace.
Look at Chris Buescher doing a nice job of getting slowed down. Denny Hamlin threads his way through.
To be made on this upcoming stop if he pits.
The 31 car, or the 16, A.J. Allmendinger has spun out off of turn 2.
Happened, Frank. You just spin. Fine, but I can't tell. I think left rear's down. Left rear's down.
He was running 11th. So he had good track position. Didn't lose it. Didn't lose too much track position. Was able to get it going for relatively quickly.
Good chance that this is going to end up being the competition caution as well.
He's sideways early. Don't know if he got the left front up on the apron there, trying to exit low, but the car comes around really quickly. The drivers have said that, you know, once you do get out of shape, it's very difficult due to the low sidewall on this tire, it's hard to catch this thing as it's starting to spin around.
He's been dominant. You see the battle there. McDowell just in front of Larson.
Oh, Kyle Busch has got smoke coming out of his car now.
A lot of damage to the right side.
Yeah, he's hit the fence with the right rear, maybe with the right front as well.
He just radioed in, it's killed.
That's 3 times this weekend that
Allmendinger enters. He's been running kind of high. Just behind him, though, Kyle Busch spins around and backwards. If you wait a moment, here comes the 7 of Corey LaJoie. Another hard contact. Drivers, seems odd.
Looks like something might be on the last time by on the racetrack. So while he is stuck behind Bubba Wallace, they still are putting good pace on. The 43 of Eric Jones is going around in turn 4. He got into the wall just a little bit in the middle of the corner.
and that battle that you talked about, Briscoe, he will be the first car lap down. That's why you fight so hard.
Jeff, it could change his whole day, right? I mean, if we go back happened to the 43, he's also running that really high entry we've seen drivers run today.
He was 24th when this happened.
So he goes by the camera, but right there he gets up into the fence, and as he's trying to steer the car off the wall, there's tons of debris and marbles up there, and when he turns the car down across the racetrack to get back down the track, it just brings the back end around because it's dancing across marbles and debris and all types of stuff.
I was focused on Brad Keselowski. I've got to tell you, it looked like he took the hardest left turn.
Oh, the 10.
All the way up and into the wall goes the 10 of Eric Almirola. Caution comes out. Big damage on the right rear.
Clear down now. Caution's out.
I don't know if that right rear tire is broken from the damage or the contact or whether it was coming off the race car. Yeah, it's like,
your right rear.
Like the right rear starts to throttle up and he can feel it right away. It's starting to come off and starting to smoke on the quarter panel, and he locks down the front.
And we've got an issue. The 42 of Noah Gragson. It looks as though something broke.
Yeah.
Bring it back to pit road. It's under yellow.
He said brake rotor or something. Remember, this is a driver that had brake issues at St. Louis and actually caused him to miss races after that wreck at St. Louis. So we just heard on the radio a brake rotor again. We'll have to get a little bit more information to see if he's correct.
You see he's heading down into the corner. You see the right front just dropped, and the car would not turn at that point. So certainly the right front's down right there. Now it's never going to turn. He thinks it might have broken a rotor.
Well, he was just off pit road at lap 266. So that was like 5 laps ago. So you wonder if
the move is right there. The 19 not able to drive away here. Oh, we got a crash.
I reckon.
The 48.
On the back stretch, Alex Bowman in front of it.
Everybody gathers it up, but the caution's out.
Couple New Englanders up front, but it was right here, the fight for real estate. And into the back of the 48 was the 54 of Gibbs. On the 22.
Oh, the 20's hard in the wall. Christopher Bell, big contact with the right rear and the right front. That car is done.
Stay down there. Stay.
And you look at the damage to the right rear.
20 was running in 8th place. Not sure if he got any contact or just sailed it into 3 and up into the marbles.
Loose end. Bounce. Loose end.
Loose end.
Hit the wall.
Just trying to do too much. You can see the car sideways, and he's just chasing it up the racetrack. No way to save it.
Huge impact, too. Big damage.
Side draft from slowing you down.
Oh, got a spin.
Oh, the 15 goes around. Well, contact with the left front. That's going to bring the caution out.
So J.J. Yaley gets into the inside wall, and the first caution comes out.
He's pretty much around when we get to him. But this is something you see. All 4 tires are going to be flat. And he unfortunately makes big contact right there. Does some damage to the car.
And he mentioned they're fanning out 3, 4, 5 wide as they get ready to come in and turn. Contact made.
22 of Logano's
Logano, who won the stage, is backwards.
Suarez in the wall.
That is huge for Suarez. Talked about this tight point battle. This is the problem. with starting back mid-pack. Joey Logano won stage 1. Remember, think about this. Only one stage 1 winner has finished in the top 5, 2 of the last 8 races. 2 of the last.
So there it is. The 45 of Reddick is on the outside of the 22, and the 22 is getting shoved around. Like, you know, he has some control, but when you're getting pushed that much, Jeff, you kind of are being steered by the car behind you, and you see it steer him into the left rear quarter panel of the 45 car Reddick. It turns him around.
Drivers, I always want to know, like when you go down the interstate, you have these blind spots, but that's with side mirrors. These guys, how well defined is like lane 1, 2, and 3, Jeff?
Not very well, but let's watch Suarez. Let's see what he is. The bottom car, oh, there's the contact right there. He just was underneath some other cars. They came down on him. Just nothing he could do.
One of the tried to surge ahead, got about a half a car length there, and then momentum, and now Austin Dillon slides around.
That all started in turn 1 on the restart. And BJ McLeod had some trouble getting down into 1. Kyle Petty talked about it, how crazy these restarts are, how aggressive you have to be. Here Austin trying to get the car fired up, won't fire. Car in the back. BJ is on the bottom, blocking a little bit. Here he comes up the racetrack into the left rear quarter panel of Austin Dillon.
Dillon was running 26th, so back in the pack.
Gordon, Christopher Bell around.
Wow.
Bell spins around and caution comes out. It's the 6th one of the day.
He was in 11th place right there when he lost control off of turn 1. Around on the corner exit of turn 1.
And Christopher Bell just trying to be aggressive in the gas. It just spins out. I talked to Christopher this morning, and he said, look, we've got speed. We just got to quit making mistakes.
That's so frustrating for Denny, and he'll have to go back to work. Oh, crash!
Into the wall hard. And Austin Dillon, for the 2nd time, around in turn 1, this time a hard contact.
Yeah,
that wall and fire under the hood.
It was a hard lick. Just comes down the racetrack into the 45 of Reddick.
I'd like to get another look at that. It almost looked like Austin didn't know he was there, but
right.
That was just the first glance at it. Here we go. Yeah, I think he's expecting maybe that Reddick's going to be lower on the racetrack.
Yeah, that's 2 guys going for the same piece of asphalt.
Is trying to run a different line than they're running, trying to get clean air on that race car, but you got to push. You got to drive in that throttle, pushing hard.
Caution's out.
That guy.
Caution's out. The 14 of Chase Briscoe is around. He came out of turn 4 or 3, and around he went. Now there'll be another restart, and we have seen chaos on restarts today.
Wow, pretty heavy damage to the back of that car. Oh boy.
Oh, wow. Yeah, looks like you got a little help there from the 77.
Ty Dillon was on the back bumper.
So I wonder what happened a few laps before.
Yeah,
there's some kind of
yes.
Definitely.
Oh, around goes a car in the back. The 48 of Bowman spins and brings the caution out. He was running in the 3rd position, and around he went.
That's a tough position today to get one. Let's see what happens.
Looks like he's chasing the back of the car and just loses it. Denny's giving him some time, trying to allow him to gather the car up, and you can see Denny's allowing other cars to get underneath him. So 11 checks up, trying to help the 48, but I don't know if there was an issue, a flat tire, or, whatever was going on there, but the 48 goes into the corner and loses it. Hard lick.
That's Haley in the 31, and he is turned around. A lot of damage to the driver's side of the 31. Running into the side of the 11. Take a look at this wreck, though, for Haley. Already around backwards.
That's a scary impact. Left side driver first into the wall.
And thankfully, he hit.
Truex not able to close the gap. Oh, there's a spin. The 41 of Priest is around. No
Makes
caution
slight
yet.
contact. No, he's not going to make contact with the inside wall and working on the cars in the shop. They see what Chris Buescher and Brad Keselowski are doing at the racetrack week in and week out, as we've got a spin in turn 4, and a caution has come out for the restart.
Daniel Suarez around backwards.
Yeah, it looks like there you see Scott Graves right there instantly going to work on the radio. What do we need? We know we're coming to pit road. Daniel Suarez has got turned around. I think there was a little bit of contact in the left rear.
In the hands of the crews on pit road.
Noah Gragson and Suarez contact into turn 3.
Suarez goes around the big smoke screen, and the caution has come out. Okay, Steve. Now, a population of 30,000 is going to win in front of more here in Richmond. Buescher wins at the short track.
Oh, yeah, guys. That's right, guys. That's the team we can be racing.
They're wrecking in the back of the field. Cars spinning around backwards on the front straightaway.
Cindric's involved. Allmendinger, we see him riding it now. The 77 also has gone around and Ty Dillon.
All these cars stayed out, got the wave around on all the tires.
And they wrecked for a lap.
Yeah, they did.
They finally had it. What a great day for Buescher.
On the inside of Ryan Blaney, and as Ryan Blaney was going by, Kyle Busch went around. Take a look.
Kyle down to the bottom of the racetrack and just up the racetrack into the door of the 12, and that brings him right around.
Just two guys racing hard for position. See right here, Kyle has forward momentum. Feels like he can get up the racetrack. Starts up the racetrack. That contact you spoke about just gets him turned around. And contact in the wall. Not sure how much damage it is. You can see, watch how quickly this race car comes around. You can see everything felt good, and then immediately it went around. Big hit for Chase Elliott. Watch the sparks fly out from underneath this car. See right there, right rear tire came apart, and he's along for the ride right now.
He was a team that decided to not come to pit road, but I don't think anyone expected to have any sort of tire issues. This is the same right side tire.
Trying to drive up the racetrack, take his line away, pushes him up into the dirt.
Oh, we got a spin.
Hard contact. Josh Berry in the 42. And again, Josh Berry subbing for Noah Gragson. And Josh Berry with a lot of damage. He was running 6th.
He's just on the bottom of the racetrack, and Corey LaJoie drives under him, but he was already loose before Corey got there. You see him starting to come around.
Nice job by the 54, realizing what was happening in front of him, getting out of the gas. Another big rear impact.
Same thing. Gonna be able to race off into turn 1. Wow, Christopher Bell spinning.
And will he collect anyone? He gets into the wall. Caution comes out. Bell fighting for the lead. Spins on his own, and into the wall he goes.
He was trying to drive.
As he enters the corner, watch this right here. So the 48 gets a run. Bell up the racetrack, trying to take the line away, and again, a little bit of contact, really close together, and around he goes. And we haven't been
traffic using some of that resin. Oh, we got a crash down the back straightaway. Looks like Alex Bowman's around.
Yeah, big contact there. Alex Bowman slammed into the side of another car too. So he may have had some contact from someone else, but Bowman goes around. And now 3 of the Hendrick cars have been involved with issues.
Into the wall right there.
By Michael McDowell, teammate.
And I believe the 48 may have gotten contact from the left rear.
Yeah, maybe his teammate.
Maybe.
The 5, possibly. Take another look.
So top of the screen, 38's coming up off the corner. Oh, the 2 did not know they were 3 wide, shoves McDowell into his teammate, and then, yeah, Bowman gets contact from, I believe, the 14.
I agree. They were 3 wide with Larson on the inside, and the 14 didn't really have anywhere to go.
It's a good thing because we'll be in clean air after this. We can learn about our race car. It's obviously a bad thing because we're very far behind. As you see lots of action, they need a caution to catch back up to the field.
Yeah, Kamui Kobayashi gets turned around in the 67. This is a third 2311 and third 2311 entry is Justin Haley. Big off. Driver's left. That's out of 5 and 6. Gets to the driver's left. Heavy contact for Haley.
Man, I can't wait to see how this happened. That was a high-speed crash right there. He's going to be able to drive the car away. The tire barrier doing a lot of good work there.
Big contact with the tire barrier. Let's look again what happened.
I was side by side. That's a very narrow part of the racetrack through 5 and 6. Logano jumps the curbs and ends up getting contact with Haley. Pushes Haley out in the grass, and now Haley's just along for the ride. Watch as he hits these tire barriers. Those things are great when you hit them head on, but when you hit them sideways, it just pulls them apart from each other.
We saw on the initial lap, Chase Elliott opting to not do that through that corner, not go side by side through there. Now just look out more intense. Oh, contact the 22 into the back of his teammate, Ryan Blaney.
Logano turns around, and we'll see if everybody's able to get around him. He keeps it going, and we stay green.
Chaos, smoke, we saw the 22, but keep watching. Right-hand side of your screen, there it is. The black number 54 kind of gets spit out. Right here, riding on board with SVG, a little contact. And then right across the bumper, SVG aggressive early.
Deep into the corner, you can't, it'll hang up on that flat spot. There's a spin right there, the 16 car. AJ Allmendinger had a big spin. This is over in the NASCAR Oval number 1. So he must have had a big issue coming in to turn 11.
Yeah, he is way off the racetrack right there. You see the fire coming out of it. He's trying to get it fired back up. That's actually the exhaust pipe.
Actually, I think he spun out of the final corner here, turn 13. Yeah. Car just come out from under him. I don't know how that could happen.
There you go. He's not been happy with this race car all weekend.
Contact.
12, he's getting crashed.
So, Jeff, that was him jumping on the radio, said if I get back to that 12, he's getting crashed.
Yeah, they must have
got into him.
You know, and you have to imagine this is something that's been going on for a couple corners. There will be contact. Josh Bilicki getting turned around off the nose of Corey LaJoie, I believe.
Sure enough, into the grass, the 78 win. You look at the issue that took place here, a little contact there. Maybe a little bit more here. Maybe a lot more there.
Just a little arguing going on. Yeah, Ricky's like, ah.
He sent him.
Yeah.
Exits turn 11, car gets loose, overcorrects, contact with the wall. Gets the car stopped, ends up
on your pit road speed. Basically, you get about 10 seconds while you're sitting in the.
Whoa! And Ricky Stenhouse Jr. sends Kamui Kobayashi.
Yeah, what's happening here?
So Ricky needs to get about 3 or 4 more, and he'll have them all.
The 47 charging it a little bit too hard. Gets in the back of the 67, and around goes Kamui Kobayashi.
The 17 as well. Looking offline on Cindric. A little bit of dirt ahead. These guys. Oh, we got the 99 spun. A little contact with the inside wall there. Going to try to get it underway. Try to rejoin traffic. I'm not sure that contact was too severe. But
top top of the carousel. Now for the 21, it did flat spot the tires. He had to come to pit road. Currently has joined just behind the leaders 1 lap down. You see just a chain reaction, but it started all the way back entering the...
That's such a great job of protecting. Oh, we got to spin with the 10 car.
And the 10 around, but keeps going, and we will stay green. So Eric Almirola in the 10 spins. He was running 28th and has the Go Bowling on the hood. So that was coming out of 7, it looked like.
Oh, just loses it.
Yep.
Just rear grip. We've talked, we've heard a lot of drivers talk about rear grip, lateral grip. They all describe it a different way, but you got to be able to lean on those rear tires.
Get some help. His teammate, Christopher Bell, the 20 car on the outside, Rick.
Yeah, the back end. Oh, into the wall hard goes Ryan Blaney off the nose of Ty Gibbs, and the big one happens behind him.
And it brought so many people into it. Look at all these cars. Good race cars, big impacts.
Yeah, only 6 cars have gone through already. Look at how many cars involved. Harrison Burton in the 21, who was leading earlier. The 2 of Austin Cindric. Ryan Blaney, the hood up.
Bad pushes start so many of these wrecks right there.
I'll be honest, I was watching that 54. He had a little bit of a wiggle before the push. If we slow it down, I saw that car just wiggle just a little bit before. It's hard to tell right there that there's like a little bit of a kind of a move where the car looks like it's getting uncomfortable and out of control. Massive.
Huge hit.
Massive
Ryan
hit.
Blaney.
You saw that wall. That wall deflected, did a great job. But look at all the damage. That is a massive impact.
3 Fords have separated themselves. A big push coming now for Harvick.
Oh,
and around goes a couple cars. Preece upside down. He's barrel rolling through the grass. Ryan Preece upside down in the infield. Caution has come out. He's on his wheels.
Going down the back straightaway, he makes a move or gets help from behind, and the car goes into the infield air. It just lifts right up off the ground. Violent wreck. It's a push from the 43 car, and it's airborne. I mean, I thought that maybe it hit, the road course or some curbing or something on the road course. The kink lifted that car, but it was just traveling so fast.
It happened right when it got in the grass. As soon as it got in the grass, that's when it started to lift. And then this is just violent. I mean, look at this car. That is just amazing that something that weighs over 3,500 pounds can get in the air like that.
It looks like a toy car flying through the air. But as you mentioned, Jeff, 3,500 pounds. Such a violent accident for Ryan Preece. Thankfully lands on the wheels and then was able to climb out of that. And Blaney on the top 5. Keselowski, Chase Elliott.
Oh, Bubba Wallace is going to spin in turn 4.
Around he goes before the caution comes out, and now the caution is out at the end of stage 1 and for the 23 of Bubba Wallace.
Bubba was on the inside of the 22 car. Logano slides up into the left rear quarter panel of the 22 Pennzoil machine. Contact right there. Brings the 23 around.
Caution comes out at the end of stage 1 after Denny Hamlin gets the win.
Reddick.
Crash over in 2.
Oh, we got a big wreck over here. The 2 involved. Ty Gibbs as well. Cindric's had contact with the right front.
Just hold your brakes. Try to get it rolling. They're all outside. Be ready, guys. All right, we are rolling.
54 there, Ty Gibbs. Yeah, right there. racing for 14th position. Cindric just gets into the left side of the 54, Ty Gibbs, and up the racetrack they go right here. Contact. Gibbs into the wall, turns the 2 right into the wall. This place goes crazy. Harvick now is going to slow down coming to pit road. He's going to try to leapfrog. The 45 is going to try to slow down.
Newman slides sideways, and that's probably going to bring out the caution. The 4 was he on pit road before the caution came out?
The answer is no to that, because on the onboard I saw the red light for sure for the 4 car, but the 22 of Joe Logano was already on pit road. We'll have to see where he cycles out with scoring.
Oh, if he stops. He can't stop if he wasn't on.
Let's take a look at what happens. We see Kevin Harvick right here coming to pit road. The 51 gets jacked up behind the 45, somehow loses control. And now the real key is, where's the red light? Well, right there, you can see it.
More of a block. Contact.
Oh, and he puts him in the wall. Into the wall goes Bowman. And now Suarez and Harrison Burton caught up.
Stay all the way at the top and stop.
Free pass is going to go to Truex Jr., I believe. Highest scored car a lap down.
The 99 of Suarez has the run. He's looking low, and Bowman's going to take him all the way down the racetrack. And as they go back up, the 99 hooks him in the right rear and turns Bowman into the outside wall.
I get the first block. The second block's ridiculous. I mean, you block a guy to the inside, that's fine. Guy turns to the right and then block him on the right again. I mean, that's just not good.
So I agree with you. I don't put that on Suarez at all. Bowman, if he wants to turn left and run him down to the bottom, that's fine. But then, you wrecked yourself.
RFK.
And what a recovery. Kyle Petty said the word of the night was recovery. How about the 5?
Oh, we got a spin on the front straightaway. The 38 is around the 11 of Denny Hamlin into the wall as well down into turn 1.
McDowell got in it as well. So 2 playoff drivers, Denny and McDowell.
Well, and they were racing for the free pass, so we're going to have to see what NASCAR has to say. Oh, McDowell, heavy damage to the 34. There's a chance there could be no free pass awarded if they're involved in the accident. We'll see what the tower has to say.
Big damage. There's the 11. Yeah, the 11 got a little bit of contact with the right front, I believe, into the outside wall. So the 38 had an issue off of turn 4. Let's take a look here. See the 38 back here on the inside of Austin Dillon. So Kyle Busch and the 38 contact. The 38 now out of control, fishtailing. Denny trying to avoid. Here comes McDowell. Heavy contact. No, 20 car. Christopher Bell is well involved.
3 playoff cars stacked together.
And Kurt Busch, with the contact, started all this. Another playoff car. No damage to his car.
Kyle.
I'm sorry.
I knew who you were thinking.
Kurt will appreciate it.
He will.
Well, that's what they said a week ago. Basically, the comments after Darlington, where they had a slow qualifying effort and were just okay during the race.
Oh, he's wrecking.
Sure enough, into the wall he goes. The 19. He called it.
Hang up there. Still got about 5 more coming by you.
The caution comes out, and he'll make a hard left turn now as he's coming out of turn 4 and go on to pit road.
This is what we talked about in the whole pre-race show. Kansas, it's in 1.5 miles. It looks so normal. It looks so benign. It's anything but. It's impossible to say why, but this car is destroyed, broken front suspension.
Second caution of the day, and it comes out for another playoff driver, the 24 of William Byron spinning around, but actually the 3 of Austin Dillon got into the wall first. Take a look.
The 3 car coming off the corner just snaps loose right there, overcorrects right into the wall. All the debris coming off the car. That was going to be a yellow eventually, but just right after this is when the 24 spins in just about the same spot.
Yeah, this right here just shows you how slick the racetrack is. Car is losing grip with the back tires. And then here you go, William Byron. He's in the gas, trying to make some speed, racing for Christopher Bell, and around it comes.
Yes, we need that radio. Erie, almost the same spot. Gets fortunate, doesn't really hit anything on the 24.
Cars driving, but also frustration about all the cautions out on the racetrack.
And a lot of smoke from the 23 of Bubba Wallace, who was running second.
Right rear tire flat.
Bubba Wallace with the right rear tire carcass about to come off.
Looks like a right rear.
Looking at him turn the wheel.
So there's the car getting loose into the wall right there. Pretty hard contact. Riding on board. Oh, it blows out. You can hear the tire explode. Oh, man.
That's just unfortunate for Bubba Wallace. 7th playoff driver already in this race that's had an issue.
Of Cindric is around.
Austin Cindric sliding on the apron, and the caution comes out.
Caution, get it back going, nothing else coming.
So the caution comes out for this spin right here. Looks like he's going to have some help from Michael McDowell in that 34. Sideways goes the 2. Reddick, Elliott, and Larson, all three were fighting for the lead.
In the turn 3 wall, the 21.
Harrison Burton is slow. The caution has come out. It's the 8th of the day for cautions.
See you guys, toe links for
They had
sure.
an issue.
Hit right front hard as well.
Harrison had an issue off of turn 2, I believe with the 16 car. I'm not quite sure who it was, but Haley here, the 42, Hocevar up the racetrack. He's going to squeeze the 21 into the wall. That contact right there knocked the right front tire down, bent the toe link.
Into the wall goes Harrison Burton. The caution comes out, which means another restart. Under 100 laps remaining here in Kansas in race 2.
Oh, trouble in the turn 1. 17
Chris
car,
Buescher. Another playoff driver.
That's a right rear tire issue, it looks like.
Yeah.
No caution yet.
None, but will the tire, basically carcass, stay on the car? He's up against the wall trying to get down off the There's the yellow. I think you have to throw the yellow with a car that slow up against the wall down the backstretch.
He was running in 12th place, 24 points to the good in the playoffs when he had this problem. Chris Buescher Jr. getting into turn 1 with the right rear down.
He is so lucky and fortunate this happened on the straightaway. That keeps him out of the
toe link
fence.
and everything looked okay.
Yep, that keeps him out of the fence. No toe link issues, no delays on pit road repairing that. It's disappointing. He'll be sad and upset that this has happened to him late in the race. He lost a lot of track position, but he does get to go out there on these last few laps and try to regain some of it back. He'll have.
Caution is out. Allmendinger coming off of turn 4, got up into the wall, and then it shot him back down in front of Austin Cindric. Take a look.
Right behind him is the leader of the race, moves him up the racetrack in 1 and 2 to get by. Christopher Bell is clear. Then here comes Denny Hamlin. The 16 runs the top of the racetrack. Probably got up there a little bit too high, Jeff.
Yeah, a little too high, a little too early. That's going to be a really good groove later in the race, but just contact, and then Cindric just didn't expect him to be in the wall slowing up that much and just hit him really hard right here, guys. That's a lot of contact. 2 car off the ground. See, right there, the car of the 16 just isn't turning at all.
So nobody's been running that high on the.
Buescher and Larson fighting for that 3rd spot, and around goes the 7 of LaJoie.
Up the track, into the, big contact. The
Newman
22.
gets him in the 51, and yes, Logano also involved. Big damage to the left rear.
Yep, there's something bent, broken on the left rear of that 22.
Talk to us. Left rear's down. Looks bent. Yeah, I got hit pretty hard on the left rear. Definitely down.
It is broke. Now, can they fix it?
So he gets in the back of the 43 car in the middle of the corner. Up on corner exit, he tries to go the inside, just gets loose, overcorrects up into the 43, turns himself around, now down the back straightaway, contact right there and up the track. Big hit by the 51. So he gets a little bit loose there and just turns right back up the racetrack.
Defending series champ, Joey Logano, now in jeopardy of not making it out of the round of 16.
They have to go. They have no choice but to put this teammate a lap down. Oh, the 19's wrecking.
Looks like he had a tire go down as he came off the turn. The caution has come out. And that was quick.
Yeah. I don't know if I think he made contact with the wall. I'm not sure if he just got loose there, Rick.
And gets the free pass unless you are in or involved in the cautions. You see right here, he gets out of the gas. You see the pipes backfire. I'm not sure what that is. And we've heard from NASCAR, there'll be no free pass. So the car who was in position to receive it was the 19. You can't create the yellow though, Marty. And
hard hit for the 3 team.
So the wheel came off of it. You see it, or you saw it bouncing down the racetrack. There it is.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Unbelievable.
Look at driver's side. The damage to the driver's side of this one for Dillon as the first caution.
This is entering 3, guys.
Watch the car behind him, Martin Truex Jr. He's going to go up the racetrack. He sees the problem. Tire wheel comes off the car, hard into the outside wall.
And that's just it's such a helpless feeling for the 3 of Dillon. I mean, you can't do anything. I mean, he knew something was going on, but you can't just slow the car down and stop it. You're absolutely flying down the back straightaway.
He's going to have that second line as they go into turn 1.
Chastain with a really wide entry. Tries to draw even here. Gets up off the racetrack. We got another spin.
Almirola is around. Bowman is around.
Obviously down to 1 and 2. It is so slick down there. We talked about it before the race, how flat the entry is. Very low good.
I don't think I have very much damage. I just hope that the tires don't rip it off.
Left side tires look to be up for Alex Bowman.
Those 2 are running just inside the top 20 on that restart into 1.
And building confidence in the racetrack. When we dropped the green flag on the initial start, everybody kind of tiptoed through there. Now everybody's getting confidence and racing. You see right here, Alex Bowman with the 42 car on the bottom.
Yeah, it looks like we're 3 wide. Hocevar just up the track a little bit. And it kind of squeezes everybody together. I'd like to see that again. I thought Hocevar might have got up a foot or so in a tight situation, but
they're running right around the 15th position there, the 2 of them.
Lucky there's no more cars involved in that than it was, right in the middle of the pack. Now, sometimes you make that aggressive move and you lose momentum and it actually hurts you. Another caution out.
Spin behind you. Yellow, yellow, yellow.
And another car spinning. This time it's the 51, and so Todd Gilliland.
Another wheel off.
Yep. Todd Gilliland brings this caution out. It's caution number 3.
I had a tire come off. I can't go.
Frustration you hear in the voice of Gilliland.
Code back to the pits.
Right there is Todd exiting turn 2. Wheel trying to come off the car as he's trying to get down the straightaway. It's on pit road, lap 39. So that one took a little while to come off.
And Steve, a wheel comes off on the racetrack. What's the penalty for this team?
Well, if they were able to continue, it's a 2-lap penalty, but the big thing is he's going to lose a couple crew members under suspension.
I mean, you need to gain stage points. You don't have the pace to go up there and pass William Byron in time.
Oh, he's spinning out.
Up into the wall goes Kyle Busch. And hard contact with the back of the car. The caution comes out with under 7 laps to go in the stage.
My goodness.
He thought there was something wrong with the car. He had gone up the racetrack a few times.
Turn 1, the back of the car just like it steps out. Right there really early. Definitely like this car was suffering some sort of an issue. And I know we tried to point to many reasons why the balance would be affected the way it was, why he may be feeling the things that he was feeling. I would absolutely...
Done. Butcher, Bell, Byron, all getting playoff points.
Oh, we got a spin.
Stage points.
The 19th around into turn 1. All the cars, Rick, were checking up really hard past the flag stand. And the rest of the field from behind, the second half of the field just ran right up on the back bumper. A lot of bumper tag and chain reaction happening there.
Steve, is that because those guys
look at it? So
everybody jumps out of the gas really hard. 43 hits the 6 into the 19.
I don't know if Eric Jones didn't know it was the end of the stage or
well,
just...
I will be honest with you. There was a couple cars that lifted really hard, unusually hard.
The pit road, just afraid to lose too much time to the leader.
Get Tyler Reddick with a 2.0 as we see a spin with Corey LaJoie. And the caution will come out here. 55 to go, Steve. They're in their window. Everybody comes?
Yeah, everybody comes. There's a right rear tire down on the 7 car. I don't know if that was
about 1 and 2 being slicks, like Corey's just out of the groove. Again, don't know if the tire went down and that's why he was there, or if it went down through this slide. You see it popped right there.
That's exactly right, Jeff. I saw the same thing. So it looks up, and then there's the right rear going flat. So that tells me that it wasn't a flat tire that caused him to spin.
There's a second group.
Laps to go in the race, and around goes the 99 of Suarez. Can he get it going? He's in the grass as he was trying to come to pit road. He cannot. The caution will come out.
That is bad news for Tyler Reddick, a playoff driver who had already serviced his car because he went a lap down with that pit stop. Unfortunately.
So he's coming to pit road and just a little bit hot. Locks up the rear of the car, gets loose, spins around.
You're trying to carry so much speed to get onto pit road, and you just got in there a little bit too hot, trying to slow it down, and rear tires just cannot take it.
Going bad, making the most of the day, getting track position. As we have a crash right now.
Yep, the
15 of J.J. Yaley.
Yaley is around, and the caution has come out, which means another restart.
Damage to the left rear and the left front for this car.
Second lane here off 2.
Yeah, everybody's been pushing that second lane. They've been opening that racetrack up, but still, it's like dancing on a razor blade. If you just go over it by a few inches, there is no grip. Hey, look at the winning nets down right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, NASCAR will take a look at.
It's going to have to stay aggressive, stay tight on the door of this 5.
Oh, around goes the 5. He slides it into the wall. He goes. The caution comes out.
Just get it rolling. Just get it rolling. You're fine.
No air on the 5 as he was going through turn 1, and around he went.
Wallace had to lift quite a bit to not get taken away in that wreck with the 5. Any chance of pulling the pass off? They go down in the corner. It's like the back end just comes right around.
And remember, this is on older tires. You know, so although we haven't seen a massive difference in tire grip between old and new, you are sailing down into turn 1, and we talk about how little grip it is down there, and just the back of the car just comes around on him.
Junior, you mentioned it. The 23 had to slow way down to stay out of the turn.
Oh, big crash on the front straightaway.
And a lot of cars collected. The 12 of Ryan Blaney's involved. The 38.
A.J. Allmendinger as well. Big damage to the 16 car. The 19 was right in the middle of that. I think Truex was able to get through with minimal contact.
Blaney had some pretty big damage on the right front.
And the right rear.
Oh, the 45 gets in the 45, 43, a bunch of cars into the wall really hard.
That was crazy. They both got into the wall kind of nose to tail.
Chaos ensued from that moment.
Zane Smith in the 38, sliding through the grass.
So the 45 hits the wall, and then I believe the next car that make contact with the wall, the 12 ends up running into the back of that car.
And look at Truex right here in the middle of it all. Cars sliding to his left, cars riking.
Falling back in the middle.
8-car Busch is in the wall.
Contact made. The one of Ross Chastain goes around. He tags the wall. There was contact made between the 8 and the 1. And Ryan Blaney, under caution, is going to win stage 1 here at Talladega.
Huge issue for Chastain. No stage points and a torn up race car.
Of Busch. Take a look at this. Busch up into the wall there as he was pushing the 47. Then Chastain gets into the side of him, and into the wall he goes. That contact with the 8. Sends the one into the wall. The caution comes out just before the end of stage.
Clear. As soon as he's clear, the 4 is going to go to the inside.
Oh, we got wreck in the back.
Got a big crash.
They're sliding behind as it went across the start-finish line. The caution has come out. Keselowski's involved in it. You see him hit the inside wall. Big damage, it looks like, to Austin Dillon. In the 3. Brad Keselowski. Take a look at what happens. Carson Hocevar on the outside line.
Getting a push from Brad Keselowski here through the tri-oval. And it just turns that 42 sideways. Oh, man, massive, massive impact for the outside wall, the 54 and the 3. The 3 somewhat lessened a little bit of that blow when he collects the 6 as well, but hard hit for the 54.
Right along with Busher.
Still top 3, check. Left, if you can, left, come down straight, just brake. Push him straight forward. Nice, you're clear, straight forward. They're still wrecking up.
They're side by side through the tri-oval. Blaney, Harvick. They spin behind him. It's going to be Blaney.
Yes!
Blaney gets the win at Talladega.
Good job, John.
Now the 42 of Hocevar, or excuse me, the 36 of Riley Herbst sideways when he crossed the start-finish line.
Yeah, he gets a little help here from the 7. He gets up the racetrack and just gets a little clip in the left rear quarter panel.
Denny Hamlin ends up.
He's going to have a chance to get easily inside the top 15 on strategy with that and a good car, although this makes you nervous. The 43 goes around right in front of him.
Now we'll see if he gets turned around. He does, so a caution will not come out.
He's running 27th.
Watching the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs, Bank of America Roval 400 from Charlotte, and the 78 goes around. We saw the 9 of Chase Elliott. He was about ready to come to pit road. Pit road is now going to be closed because the caution has come out, and Chase Elliott crossed the start-finish line with 2 laps to go in the stage.
Well, Chase was coming to pit road, but you saw him dive back onto the race.
Josh Bilicki just coming off of pit road, and just 7-car Corey LaJoie there. I don't know if Josh just didn't expect him to be there. Big contact, car gets into the wall.
Looked like Corey maybe got in a little hot and got into him.
I think he was passing the 78, and now let's see the 9. He's allowed to hit this box, so he's good. He's definitely fine. He actually could drive over that box and return to the track with no penalty.
You mentioned what the fuel window was.
Whoa.
They've got to get it full as the 34 got sideways, and round goes the 11. Denny Hamlin avoiding.
Remember, McDowell is having a power steering issue. Marty reported that, and I'm sure that had something to do with what we just watched.
It's definitely not getting any easier.
Blaney gets in, Hamlin gets in really deep, loses control, makes contact, spins. Here comes the 42 of Rockefeller. Boom, right there in the right rear, and that's what damages the 11 car. See, Denny's out of control. That contact, that's where the damage came from.
We see William Byron in the 24 up here again. Where did he come from? Well, he's run good at virtually every racetrack, and around they go behind him. Austin Dillon is one of those.
Yeah, Corey LaJoie in there.
We'll see if they're able to keep going. Martin Truex Jr. clears him. LaJoie hasn't been able to get it refired. Now he backs up. Austin Dillon still stopped.
And they can sit for a while. Remember, lap times, the field's all bunched up. Now side by side for the lead. Now they're going to wreck in front of them.
Eric Jones around and into the wall. And that'll bring the caution out. More contact.
Yeah, who is that? Is that McDowell?
Big hit there for McDowell.
Sorry.
Truex's heart rate has got to be high after that last 2 laps.
Please get me out of this mess.
Oh, man. McDowell, I never root for a guy to wreck, but after what he's been trying to do with no power steering, he's probably like, I think we should be done.
Yeah, big damage. Oh, 3 wide. That is just not going to work at this racetrack. It's just too narrow. Then he came right down in front of McDowell. McDowell had nowhere to go.
Look how close. McDowell is right behind the 19. I mean, if the 19's one car farther back, that could be the thing. And the same thing right here. We see the 7 get stacked up. It's bumper cars in the back. They get spun around. But look right there, that orange and black car. Look at the room in front of him. He's not going to drive into a wreck. He's the first guy out of the gas.
Here we go, right to you, Steve, is what are you telling him? Like, do you need him on full assault, or do you need him to recognize that he's good on points right now?
Looks like the 15 around.
See if the 15 can get going. He will. That might keep it green if he can get the car going in the right direction with the damage.
We're hoping he starts to turn it around.
I was gonna say,
Andy Lally going the wrong way right now.
I just don't think he can get the car swung back to the left.
It has some sort of damage.
Suspension damage, but we stay green. He's out of the line. Is he trying? Oh, he's trying to go behind the wall.
Yeah, it's well done by Andy Lally. I'm sure the spotter was letting him know there was no traffic coming. You see the right rear toe link broke up top. Here's what happened. Oh, Andy Lally, I don't know. It looks like he just lost control outside the top 5.
Oh, big contact there. Cindric's going to go around.
Cindric was having a good day. Bubba Wallace
missed the chicane. He came to a stop.
Keep digging straight. There you go.
That is a lot of spots he lost.
Yeah, so unfortunate for the 2 you mentioned.
3 wide. Oh!
Suarez turns into the back of the 2.
I think Suarez was trying to outbrake the guys he was racing and lost control of his car. Maybe slid the rear tires a little bit.
And coming into the front stretch chicane.
Brad trying to make a move on Chastain, loses control. Chastain, I know he had to serve a penalty here, but a great job by recognizing that Keselowski was in trouble, was going to get into the side of him, and he doesn't turn. He stays straight right there. That's incredible that he knew.
Now, mind you, I said that yesterday, and every single one of them hit it. Man, there's
Suarez.
So if this brings out a yellow, there you go.
It does.
Now Ross Chastain will be able to stay out, and if some cars pit, he can advance forward. So we'll have to see how this works.
That's turn 8, and that is where Larson in practice yesterday got up into the wall, but now Suarez with a lot of damage to the rear of this car.
See what happened. Christopher Bell
got into the back.
Yeah, gets in there hot, gets into the back of Suarez. Suarez will not be happy with that.
Man, for a car that's advancing, not making enemies, moving into the next round, Christopher Bell might. I'm sure there's more to the story than what meets the eye, but that one looks pretty.
Trying to figure out how to make the car better.
Cautions come out.
Got one slow.
Yeah, we got a problem on the front straightaway. Car going off into turn 1 to 43 car. Eric Jones has a problem. Looks like a right rear tire's flat on that car.
Absolutely.
Right rear.
There's those right rear tires we talked about. Eric was having a good day, running 15th too, Junior.
Change dirty air.
Oh, into the wall, the 42. Carson Hocevar. Could this be a right rear tire issue?
Looks like his right rear tire is flat.
And remember, this is the team car to the 43 who had the flat tire earlier. There you go. Blew a tire out of Hocevar's radio. So both of the Legacy Motor Club cars, Jimmy Johnson in attendance. This is not going to put a smile on his face, as both the 42 and the 43 have both blown right rear tires in today's race.
Right at the top of the racetrack in turn 1 and 2, and it's like he made contact with the wall. Maybe the tire is going down before he gets to the corner. So he tried to keep it against the fence, maybe to slow the car down.
So bad break for Carson Hocevar, but is this a good break for Martin Truex Jr., who was falling back?
So, I don't know. If you pit under green and he pits early, I think he can kind of overcome some of his positions.
We're at over 183 miles
we got another car on the wall, the 48.
And this time it's Bowman, and he's going to slide back in front of traffic. The caution has come out.
Man, that was almost a bad deal right there. The car started to turn right, Rick, in front of oncoming traffic. He's running 9th.
Guys, 3 laps ago, Alex Bowman radioed to his team that the right rear started feeling kind of funny. It was not like it was earlier in the run, so something was going on.
Yeah, he's damaged the car. Now he has no steering.
Yeah, the right rear tire's not flat, so I don't know whether he looks like he may have gotten out of control or loose, much like his teammate did. Action 2. Sorry, Marty. We got a car spinning around.
It's Chase Briscoe in the 14 goes around. And it looks like everyone's going to avoid. You see the right rear tire is down. Don't know if that was the cause of this spin. The right front also is down.
Yeah, Chase Briscoe running 25th. Got way up the racetrack. This car underneath him. as far as pits go. Here he is, just way up the racetrack, trying to get on the outside of Allmendinger. Got in the wall and then contact also.
He gets into Stenhouse there, and Stenhouse goes up, makes a little contact with the wall, and luckily, as he comes down the track, not a lot of oncoming traffic really to have to worry about.
Momentum working this time for the one of Larson.
Oh, we got a car in the wall off of turn 2, the 54 car.
Ty Gibbs into the wall, and the caution comes out.
Looked like that car might either got loose or blew a right front tire. That was a... There you go, blew a right front tire.
Caliper and cuts the wheel right in half. Now that it's aluminum wheel.
They're full ride right here, and the car just takes off up the racetrack. He ran over something right there. You see the car jump? He ran over the top of something. It looked like the car hopped in the air. See, watch this. Tricks to the bottom of the racetrack right here, trying to get around this lap car.
Oh, round goes to 47. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. slides, and the caution will come out.
Sitting on the end of the back straightaway here with a couple flat tires.
He was 18th when he went around.
The toe link, and you think that's what causes the eventual spin?
Well, that's difficult to tell, but sometimes, Steve, when the car gets in the wall, it just sucks it into the wall. You can't get away from it. It just keeps banging back into it. And then, yes, I think it did break the toe link, and that's why he ultimately spun.
First caution out here at Homestead, Mike.
Jeff, he cannot allow the 12 to get a lap. Look at the 5 gain to the rear bumper.
Oh, the 5 into the water. The barrier's right at the end of pit road. He slides into him, damage to the right front.
That's going to bring the yellow out. They're going to have to throw the caution to be able to repair those barriers.
Water normally in them, and sand in them. You see this.
Look how much he's gaining on him, and he has no choice but to turn right or run into the back of Blaney. He turns right and gets the end of the pit wall. Just way too much speed here.
And heavy.
By him, and look at the run coming from Bell.
Bell to the inside of Blaney. He'll try to take second away, and sliding in and hitting the walls of 15. The 42's also involved. Another car here as well.
Like
that's the one of Ross Chastain.
He's got right front damage.
All right, bring it to us this time. Guys, I think it's a right front toe link.
Let's see right here what happened. You see the one car top of the screen, 42, the 15 on the bottom of the screen.
A lot of cars in the same spot, 3 wide, 4 wide, just not so sure if everybody knew. See right there.
The 42 into the 6, the 6 into the 1, turns the 1 sideways. And they all big contact for Brad on that outside line.
And John Hunter Nemechek in that 42 car, that's the first time he's driven that car this year. So, working with a new spotter, maybe a little bit of communication.
In front of them by a second.
And behind this, Truex on those tires, he's gone.
Oh, into the wall hard as the 11. Denny Hamlin hard into the wall in turn 1.
Caution.
Massive contact, big damage to the right front of that car.
Something broke in the steering.
Oh, something broke?
Yeah, that car went straight into turn 1, right into the fence. Wait, let's take a look. Off into the corner. Yeah, looks like either the right front went down or something in the steering. The toe link broke. I'm not quite sure, but that car goes straight into the fence. You've seen it sort of jolt. Watch his steering wheel. Watch the steering wheel, see if anything happens there. Oh, did you see his steering wheel jerk out of his hands right there?
Second and 23rd, so.
Oh man. That's about a wreck right there. Oh, it is going to be a wreck.
It is around. The 48 goes around, and the caution will come out. You called it, Junior. Alex Bowman in the 48 was getting roughed up, and there was no give.
It started off turn 4. That wreck was a half a lap in the making.
And so Corey LaJoie, a lap down
of the 48, and the 48's getting a lot of help. The 3, 48 all get into the back of this 21, and just, I don't know if the 21's loose right there, but there's contact, and both cars sort of get behind on the steering and get turned around. And the 7 comes in there. LaJoie makes contact. It just looks like the 21's a little loose, and that, as it gets sideways, it brings him down into the door of the 48. We got a spin here with Ryan Newman turned around. Unfortunately, he gets into the 45. They actually had more contact down the straightaway, and Now with this yellow.
Well, Tyler Reddick, I believe, is scored as the highest lap down car. He's probably going to get the free
car down here in the corner. Let's see. It's like a little bit of contact right there. Just gets Ryan turned around.
Christopher Bell may not have raced with Ryan Newman enough to know that Ryan Newman's not going to let him live that down.
54 of Ty Gibbs is around. He was running up in the top 5, and now some cars parked down there in the middle of 3 and 4.
22 dumped us, and then we got piled into the right rear.
All of that was continuing to happen. The 54 got to the outside of Denny Hamlin, and then Denny was trying to get the position back. The 54 tried to get in behind Denny. A big checkup, chain reaction, contact down into 3. Joey. Wow. Joey Logano just got in the back of the 54 and never let up. Big contact there with Daniel Suarez sliding into that.
I mean, the 54 Gibbs came down the racetrack to protect the bottom, but that was not an aggressive block at all by Ty Gibbs. That is something that we see every time we come to Martinsville, and Joey Logano just wasn't having it. If I'm Ty Gibbs, I am not happy with that. Now, I don't know
who's been out front as the caution comes out. We see Ty Gibbs and that 54. The flames coming out of the pipes until he can refire it.
Get it rolling.
There he goes.
He was having such a great day. Got shipped into turn 3 by Logano. And now, this problem.
So that's the 6th caution that's come out. Steve, with 197 laps to go, what are we thinking about strategy? Caution. Looks like Ty Gibbs again. A little bit of help. This time it was Carson Hocevar that got into the back of it. Another one of the keys, and around goes one car. Looks like the 34. And so Michael McDowell spins and brings the caution out.
Yeah, that 5 and the 1 battle had a whole line of cars sort of checked up.
There's been a lot of contact with cars going around. You can see right here in the corner, almost looked like, he just ran out of room, like just a typical Martinsville deal. The 34 of McDowell didn't give him much room at all.
Yeah, McDowell ran him a little tight. Once the contact was made, the 43 turns right to save himself, right?
It looks like we might have an issue with our pace car.
Yeah, it's pulled up to the top of the racetrack, and now it's starting to move here. I'm not sure exactly what was going on. They're struggling to get the car to move. We have a cleanup truck pacing the front of the field, so we have that under control. But, yeah, it just pulls up to the top. I don't know.
And these drivers are they're trying to figure out what to do because they have to follow the pace car.
I mean, Chase is like, I don't want to pass you, but man, right. I don't think I'm allowed to stop right here.
Hey, you said before the race that we would see things we've never seen before. All right, here we go.
Oh, my, now we're really seeing something.
Oh, this is so good right here. This is...
Can they not just push it with another truck or?
It's a good-looking car.
We're going to put it on display.
Marty.
Rick, you got to love the Martinsville fans. They're literally in 1 and 2 cheering the tow truck about to tow the pace car. That's a new one, isn't it?
Yeah, that's definitely something we haven't seen for quite some time. But the crowd having some fun with it.
Hey, fall race in Martinsville, you never know what you're going to see.
Anything can happen.
Yes.
The 3, the 4. And the first of the championship 4 to be eliminated is going to be Christopher Bell. As he got into the wall, he's been talking about brake problems.
Clear. It's all on you now, bud. That's open. Brake tip's open. We're in the wall, guys.
So we're on board. You could hear it. As soon as he touches the brake pedal, the right front rotor explodes. There. It looks like it's a flat because in the end it is a flat tire. The rotor goes through the wheel. The tire goes down. The 20 of Christopher Bell has no option but straight into the wall. We heard him complaining about brakes. The radio you heard was the crew chief coming back saying, hey, it's all on you. There's no more cooling available. And you see right here parts and pieces of the brakes coming off. Heavy damage day over day.
Caution, start, finish line. Caution, start, finish.
Caution has come out right in front of these drivers as they go into turn 3. It's at the start-finish line, and we see the 8 of Kyle Busch is spun around. That brings the caution out, and now once again, these pit crews are going to have to go to work to try to keep this track position and potentially help their driver get out in front.
Guys. Yeah, we've heard drivers talk all day about how loose they are, and here it is. 8-car Busch just trying to be in the throttle. Back end just comes around. It came around quick. He was in the throttle, and it started around before he even lifted. It surprised him.
He was running the backstretch for the final time. Blaney is going to run in his tire tracks. You know, winning is in his family's DNA, and Ryan has just crested the mountain of all wins. Ryan Blaney is a NASCAR Cup Series champion.
Oh, man. Thank you, guys, man. I'm getting emotional. Thank you, guys, man.